Peace, peace, peace.
Peace. How are you, brother?
Good, man. How you doing? Peace and blessings. Hey, I want to welcome you all back for another great episode. You know my name, Celebrity Interviewer. I said it, and this is the show. And man, you know what I mean? I like to welcome not only a friend, but you know what I mean, a special celebrity guest. Another one, man, you know what I mean? And this particular person right here to my right, maybe to my left, you know, whatever side of the world you may be looking on, and you know that I have the opportunity to be able to bring you the greatest interviews from people that's making a difference in the
Mhm.
entertainment industry, along with people that's building right here in our community around the world. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome my special guest, Chairman and CEO. He's a music manager, consultant, and agent at NBC, brand ambassador, A&R, entrepreneur, and former manager of the originator, legendary Jaz-O. And I'm talking about the one and only featuring Mr. Tony Jordan himself. Salute, King. Peace to you, brother. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you, brother. How are you, man? Thank you, brother. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great, man. I'm great. How you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm feeling good, brother. You know, my birthday was a couple of weeks ago, really September 30th. So yeah, my birthday was like last Friday, just turned 49. So I'm blessed, man. I'm feeling good, brother.
Okay, word, word. Congratulations again, man. You know what I mean? That's the a mark that I hope to reach, you know what I'm saying, one day. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna rush it though. You know what I mean? I recently turned 41
Yes,
myself, so you
sir.
know what I mean?
I
Hey, I'm
know,
grateful.
right? Thank you, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like we
Yes.
got like a two, maybe a two, I'm thinking like a
Enjoy the
2 second
ride.
delay. Yes, sir. Yeah, my allergies bother me today, man. I'm
What was
over
that?
here. I said my allergies bother me today. I'm over here in Lincoln, man. But you know, we're gonna jump right into this interview and make history
It's
though. You
all
already
good,
know.
brother.
You know, what you used to, you
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. We're gonna make it do what it do. No doubt.
Indeed, man. So, you know, right here on the show, what I like to do is I like to, you know, be really get into the depths of things to where and see how a person built their legacy. You know what I mean? Because people they see the success and everything, but they don't know the backstory to it. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So
No doubt. No doubt.
with that being said, if I can ask, you know, where are you originally from?
I'm originally right here from Chicago, Illinois, man. Born and bred. Was um, actually Cook County Hospital is where I was birthed. You know, grew up on the west side of Chicago, Henry Horner Projects, right off Homeland Lake at one point in time, K Town, Pulaski, and you know, Cullerton. You know, so yeah, man, I'm from right here, you know, Chicago, but I did move away back in 1985, and basically at the time we was living up north, and I had just graduated from Kilmer and was going to a school called Sullivan, and I think the school was Swift. It was either Swift or Kilmer, but yeah, I you know, was right here, man. You know, born and bred, like I say. Back in '85, we moved to Detroit, Michigan, and you know, I came back in '99. So Midwest definitely to the, you know, to the death of me.
Okay, okay. Hey man, I like that. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I mean? Much love and appreciation, of course, anybody that's from the land, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere from Chicago land area, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, much love, of course. You know what I mean? I already know what
Yes,
that's
sir.
like. Man, again, excuse me, and excuse my audience and everybody out there. I'm having like an allergy attack right now, you know what I'm saying, before the show. But as we know, the show must go on, man. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. So, hey,
Yes, sir.
so excuse me. With all that being said, though, big bro, again, you know, me a lot of respect. You know, what I mean, I appreciate everything you've been doing in the industry for a long time. You know, what I mean, working with, you know, what they call top eight list of celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so let's just get into to how, what inspired you to even be involved in the entertainment industry in general? What drew you to that? What was the influence that brought you in from, from anything? Like,
Well, basically, I've always had a love for music. My mother used to sing like in the church, write songs. She had a beautiful voice. She used to try to be an entertainer herself. Then Gavin Christopher, who I had a chance to manage, who was my cousin. Gavin wrote like 4 number 1 hits for Shaka Khan. He also wrote a number 1 hit for Herbie Hancock. He discovered Mariah Carey. He used to Mariah Carey's bodyguard. Used to be his bodyguard and ended up being Mariah Carey's brother. So he helped, discover Mariah Carey. He wrote hits for Jody Watley. This dude was on American Bandstand. He was on Soul Train. People don't even know what American Bandstand is these days. I'm quite sure the younger generation anyway. But he also wrote the song "Breaker's Revenge" for the movie Beat Street. So he was one of my inspirations growing up. But just love of music. That kind of how I kind of got into this, and basically, it went on from there. I'm a paralegal by trade, so I started working at law firms and working with different lawyers. And when I started working with the entertainment lawyers, I started going to shows with them, and I started meeting artists that they were, taking care of business for, and doing contracts for, and doing deals for. So that's kind of how I started managing my brother, who his name is Young God. His name is Garrett Jordan, but he started out as a young MC because he was following me. When I was back in Chicago, when I was a b-boy, doing everything from breakdancing, DJing. We running the line, doing graffiti, going to Steps. People don't even know about Steps, but Steps is the first hip hop club in Chicago up north. So, I used to be there hanging out. My brother would be outside waiting for me. So, because my mother always had us together, that's how she kept me out of trouble. Everywhere I went, he had to go. And that's how that's how we kind of, always, we just a, tight knit family, real close, me and my brother. So, that's how he, became a hip hop head. But that's how it all started. That's basically how it all started. Just the love for the music, and then as I got older, when I moved to even when I moved to Detroit, I kept the love of hip hop with me. I kind of brought b-boyism, I would say, to my block, and to the other blocks that I stayed. I always had my speakers on the porch, blaring the music, all type of different hip hop music, East Coast, West Coast, whatever it was. If it was hot, I was playing it because I just love hip hop. Cats used to just come to me to see what was new. You know what I'm saying? So I brought even wearing the hoodies with the vest, the blue jean jackets up with the vest up under it, and things of that nature. The blue jean outfits. I kind of brought that persona, that Chicago style, to Detroit with me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
okay, word, man. Hey, all of that's phenomenal. From, just beginning from just having a relative, so close to you, that you could, that you, close communication with in the industry, who wrote for Shaka Khan, and, et cetera, and then to be influenced by that, and for you to do your own thing and to be in these streets, and to, that, doing your graffiti and everything, man, that's beautiful, man. And, that's just the respect for the hip hop, saying, culture, is what you showed, and that's what you are, Like a lot of people, when they say, like, basically hip hop back in the day, like, being able to do all the elements of hip hop, and, you know, people, basically for your era, they have more respect for that than they do today. So, that's what's up, though, So I can see why you're so well rounded, man, It's no coincidence. Man, that's a 3, 4 seconds delay.
I tell people all the time, man, hip hop saved me, saved. Yeah, hip hop saved me. It saved me, my friends. I know it saved a lot of people from a lot of hurt. It saved people from selling drugs. It saved people from gang banging. I know some gang bangers that switched over to doing hip hop instead of gang banging anymore, because even on the west side in K-Town, when we had problems back in the day, we would carry linoleum to the other dudes' blocks, and we would battle it out. Cardboard, breakdancing, pop locking, whatever it was, we would battle it out. Even sometimes sports, we would play football against another block or another group of guys that we had beef with. You know what I'm saying? So sports and hip hop, man, and family and God. I tell people that saved me tremendously. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Having that influence, my cousin doing his thing. He was actually running Studio 54 out in LA, the famous Studio 54 out in LA for a long time. He used to write for Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. So my cousin thought hip hop was a fad because of the era he came from. So it was crazy. He's one of the first guys to make a hip hop beat. You know what I'm saying? Gavin Christopher, right off the west side of Chicago, right off Holman and Carroll, man. So, like you say, having those influences and moving to Detroit, it was a culture shock because they wasn't really into hip hop the way I was. It was the gangs had died out back then, but these cats had dope, it was dope boys, it was dope gangs. So the BMFs that you're seeing right now on Stars right now, on the Stars Network, the BMF series, I was out there with them cats. I knew a lot of them cats. The Currys, the Chambers, the White Boy Rick story. I knew White Boy Rick. You did what I'm saying? He was very close to one of my shall I say my godfather, my god uncle, you would call him. But he was a very big dope dealer, and that's how I knew a lot of these dudes that they talking about on a lot of these series, the gangster series and things, American gangster series and things of that nature that you see. I know these dudes, grew up with them when I was younger, used to, hang around them. And it's what it was in Detroit. So it was a different atmosphere, but hip hop and sports kept me grounded. But, I dibbled and dabbled and, did my thing. God bless me. I never was caught up, never caught any felonies and things of that nature. I learned a lot, because I listened. And, a lot of the dudes that was really, really doing it, kept me close and, kept me grounded. You know what I'm saying? They let me, learn, and like I say, it was a blessing because they knew and saw something greater in myself at the time and kind of, shied me away from what was, when it went down, you know what I'm saying? When the killing and things of that nature went down. But, I was blessed to learn from these cats and then able to come back to Chicago and apply that same hustle that I had in the Detroit streets. I brought it back to Chicago and applied it to the hip hop game.
Okay, okay, that was wise. That was a wise, clever move. You know what I'm saying? I see you. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? So with all that being said, man, that's all incredible. What I did is, I got some incredible pictures. You know what I mean? I know we got a long time, but man, you know what I mean? I got so many pictures of you, Tony. You know what I'm saying? Because you have such great history, man. And I know it's not everything, but excuse me, if I may, randomly, you know what I mean? I just want to ask you though first, who was the the first artist that you basically signed, outside of family?
Really, my brother, my brother, young guy, Garrett Jordan, one of the coldest MCs to touch a microphone. And I've been not just told by, it's just not my, just not what I'm saying, but just, in general, a lot of, MCs, the Jaz-Os, the Rakims, people like that that's heard his music. He's one of the first artists I signed. Also, my cousin, he's an icon here for Chicago. He's part of Shot Rock Nation, but he's been holding down Chicago for years. His name is Threes. His real name is Ian Blake. So he's one of the first artists those are really the first two artists that I started managing. And it wasn't later down the years until I learned a lot more that I started managing Gavin. But yeah, these are the first two cats that gave me the opportunity to try to, help them guide their careers and things of that nature, was my cousin and my brother. Then from there, I went on and started working with like Ans 13. I've been knowing Ans 13 since she was 11 years old, one of the dopest MCs that I know. And I'm not going to just say female MCs. She's just even though she's a female, she just a straight up, she a dope MC. You know what I'm saying? I know people say she for a female and all that, when they talk about MCs. But Ans 13 is one of the first artists that I was working with back in the day, helping do a little management, marketing, promotion, things of that nature. It's just a lot of people locally that I was working with back in the day. And, just basically snowballed into working with bands from the Triologics, my guy Camp and Lance and them, to Lowdown Brass Band, 9-piece brass band. So, my thing is always trying to bring in the best. I like to surround myself with the best. And I just love all genres of music. So, I'm able to work with any and everybody.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So I was saying that it's easy for you to work with a lot of people because you have a humble spirit. First of all, you know what I mean. That's what it takes, and then you know what I mean. You open, you know what I mean, being open to change and everything like that, and just open to different personalities, different people. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
So
you.
that goes a long way. So, but yeah, man. With that being said, is there a particular artist or because you do work with a lot of rappers, but do you prefer, to one day maybe work with more singers, maybe more musicians, anything like that?
Yeah, I really want to work with like like a symphony orchestra, reggae bands. I love musical instruments. So I love working with bands because they're so versatile, and I like artists that's versatile and things of that nature. I like working with artists that's open to change. I tell artists all the time, you never know who you really are, what your sound is, until you get with the right producer that can bring that out of you. So, I'm always looking to collect the right people, connect the right people, and, make something, legendary. So, I'm always looking for, people who I can, put together and I think they make a great fit collab. I might have heard something of theirs, heard something of this person, and think that both sounds can go together. So people tell me I have a great ear. Yeah, basically, that's kind of what that I've been able to, gather different people, put them together, and they make great music together.
Word, word. Yeah, man, and you've been doing a terrific job of that too. you, you've been doing a terrific job of that too, man. You know what I mean? And even when I say, even making any type of suggestion, working with people other than rappers, you know what I mean? With all due respect, you work with the finest of the finest of rappers. You know what I'm saying? You be working with the best of the best. You know what I mean? When it comes to lyrics and bars and just the history alone, you know what I mean? You have the pleasure of being able to and they had a pleasure of working with you, you know what I mean? And the first person I'm going to randomly throw up there is Method Man, the legendary for the Wu-Tang Clan. So, with, you know what I mean? We're working with artists like this. You know what I mean? Does
Yes, sir.
you know what has to change, or like what's the difference, the major difference of working with like a someone like Method Man opposed to working with an independent artist who's hungry and talented.
You know, the difference is, yeah, you know what? The difference is, you know, sometimes the difference is in the work ethic. You know, I don't really think artists really understand um, the business of the industry and the business of, you know, what they're getting themselves into. And that's one thing that the old school artists, they've been there, they've done that. They kind of, you know, they kind of know the ins and outs. That's one reason, you know, why I became a paralegal, because I wanted to be able to read contracts, the jargon, the wording, because that's where a lot of these artists, you know, fall by the wayside, is the paperwork. You know, knowing paperwork, copywriting your names, and, you know, making sure your music is copywritten, and, you know, making sure, you know, you get samples cleared and things of that nature. You know, the business of this is more important than anything, because all you have to have is just a little talent these days. Back then, you had to have a lot of talent, and they would build around that. Now you just got to have the numbers and no talent, and they build you up to be a method man, but you don't have the skill level. So, that's one thing I do relish in, is the skill levels that, you know, these artists pertain. They work at it. You know, it's like, you know, they still love it. It's a passion for them. So you have to it's hard to put that work ethic into a person, because you either got it or you don't. You know, it's something you can work at, but either you hungry or you not. And that's something, you know, I was always, you know, even when I was hustling, man, I kept a job. You would never know I was hustling, because I kept a 9 to 5. And I didn't have 3 jobs at one point in time, and it was still hustling. You wouldn't have never knew. So, it ain't about what you do, it's how you do it. I tell people now, like, I can't even watch a lot of the BMF stuff, and I was there, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it, sometimes we do some things that we don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kind of look at that. I looked at it as a learning lesson. I was blessed not to be shot, killed, put in jail, you know, things of that nature. But I never made it my number one dream. It wasn't something that I saw um, helping my family eat forever, or you're leaving a legacy behind. That's not the type of, you know, legacy that I wanted to leave. So I always used that hustle money and I put it right back into what I was trying to do later on in life, which was, you know, build up these businesses and things of that nature. So, I never did really indulge in a lot of these cats, you know, going out, you know, buying the jewelry and the cars and all of that craziness. And I can understand it, because, you know, we as blacks, we've never had anything like that. But, you know, the earlier that I learned, we as blacks, we have to own something. My thing is, we take that money and, you know, let's buy some supermarkets, some real estate. Let's own something to give back to the community. You know, buy back where you were from, and let's build that up. So I'm all about that, and I understand where these cats are coming from, and what they did or why they did. You know, a lot of cats come from, you know, broken homes where we didn't have, you know, positive role models. You know, a lot of times our role models was the dope dealers, the, you know, things of that nature, and because of what they had and, you know, how they lived and things of that nature, you know. So, but I was born, my mother, by watching her, work her ass off, go to school. A lot of times we was there with her, you know, in the classrooms, you know, her dragging us through the snow and rain on the bus. So, a lot of, I have a lot of morals and ethics that I was raised on that didn't allow me to get captured in that life like that. You dig what I'm saying? So, but I learned a lot, and I'm thankful for it. I wouldn't change a thing, because when I moved from Chicago, I went to Detroit. I was the big brother. I left my big brothers here, but I learned a lot from them, and my big sister. I learned a lot from them to be a big brother and know how to lead. And it was just me and my two little brothers and my mother in Detroit. So I'm thankful, for everything that I learned. And from Chicago, took it to Detroit, back to Chicago. That's why my company is named Chicago Inc. DE stands for Detroit, and the rest stands for Chicago. DECAGO. It's Chicago for me. It's Detroit. It's Detroit, Chicago, and that hip hop scene. In Detroit was wild. I got a chance to kick it with MC Bree. Actually, was on stage with him. I used to be a bouncer when I was 18 years old. I used to be a bouncer at a club, one of the most famous clubs in Detroit, and got to meet Run DMC, got to meet MC Bree, got to meet Tupac when he was, with Digital Underground. He was a roadie and a backup. He called his name. He called himself Baby D then. So I got to LL Cool J. I got to kick it with a lot of celebrities even before I started doing what I'm doing now. So I always knew some way, somehow I was going to be in this industry. I didn't know what way, but I knew it was going to be as an artist and things of that nature. But I started focusing on my brother and his career, because he had it freestyle to death. Nobody's fucking with him. So, and he's a writer. He can write songs and things of that nature. So I started pushing their career, him, my cousin, the people I started acquiring, and politicking and networking is what got me into managing the Rod Diggers, the Sugar T's, the Jaz-O's. I co-manage EPMD and Def Squad right now. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I mean, like I say, man, you be around, the best of the best, man. All the legends. Shout out to the lot.
Yeah, them my dudes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like you say, you presently manage at EPMD, so yeah. Shout out to EPMD, man. That's what's up, man. That's good business right there. And man, like I say, man, congratulations
Yeah,
to
I've
you,
been
man.
working with them since 2013. Met them through Eric Sermon's sister Kim Sermon, and my man T Hyphen. Yes, sir.
Right, right. Yeah, man. I had a chance to take a picture with Kim Thurman um at the what you call it, where I had saw you in Jazz in the originator Jaz-O. You know what I'm saying? Where was that? Where was we at? That was the easy. That was Ice T's what you call it?
Oh, that was
Yeah,
the
because
Art
I
of
was there
Rap.
with Mr. Wade. I was there with legendary Mr. Wade. Right,
Yeah,
the
that was
Art
the
of
Art
Rap.
of Rap at the Chicago Theater.
Right, right. Yeah, that was man. I had a ball. I had a ball, man. Yeah, that was
Yes,
fun.
sir. Yeah, that was the Art of Rap.
Man, met all types of people. Met all types of people. Straight up, man. Everybody was there. Um, I mean, if you had access like that. But yeah, man. Hey, with that being said, bro, you know what I mean. You just been doing this, like I say, incredible. That's my word of the night. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to say with these allergies. So I to say incredible. You know what I'm saying? It's one word I can pronounce. So, man, like I say, Tony, you've been doing an incredible job. And what is the and you've been branded. You're a CEO of many companies. Let's get into that. You know what I mean? And just the confidence behind what it takes to lead and be a president of many different successful companies, along with being the CEO, along with being a chairman. You know what I mean? Like, can you just talk about the confidence and the diligence and the discipline that it takes to take on the roles that you do successfully every day?
First company I ever became the CEO of was Chicago Inc. My the one I started, my baby. And basically, man, I do wear a lot of hats, and I'm very thankful. But those titles mean nothing if you don't put the work in and have results. So that's what why people work with me, want to work with me, because I get results. Um, you know, to give you a perfect example, I met a gentleman. Um, he said he had a film. He wanted to, basically get it to Paramount. And I made it happen within hours, not minutes, days. I mean, not minutes, but with not days, months, or weeks. It took hours. A phone call. So, what I did, man. Started out politicking and networking, and that's 90% of this game. You have to go out and put yourself out. Want to meet people. I used to hit the ground hard when I first started, man. I'm talking about when I ain't had no car. I'm on the train and bus in the rain, snow, sleet. I always was on time. People judge you by your actions. So I always kept my word. I always been a man of my word. If I couldn't do it, I'll let you know. But, I always find a way, and I always prepare for the worst, which always has me optimistic. The glass is always half full. So, what I started doing, man, was I just started, people would have me come in, work on them with projects, and I would get results. If it was bringing in sponsors, if it was booking artists, if it was getting artist shows, if somebody wanted me to come judge a contest, whatever it was, I just started, basically working with the right people. One of the guys that I work with right now has been a Zulu King for over 30 years. This gentleman has come under the tutelage and mentorship, Barry Gordy, Quincy Jones, Clarence Savant, Smokey Robinson, and a slew of others. This gentleman is, basically, brought me in, made me the president of Culture Zine music group. He also made me the brand ambassador. He also made me, head of management and marketing. Just people giving me opportunities, and I run with them. A lot of stuff just fall in my lap. Like me doing movies. I become an agent. I'm a consultant. I'm working with cats that got movies with Antoine Fuqua. So and what you have to do is really, you just have to, make phone calls. You got to reach out to people. You have to put yourself out here. You really have to hit the pavement. And, a lot of that, paid off where, now I'm getting phone calls. And, people know my name, and it's just, to me, it's just my heart. It's showing how hard that I've worked, and the work that I put out, and the response that people has given. I've never really heard anything bad about me, as far as he don't do this or he don't do that. He's not a man of his word. That's one thing. I'm a very loyal, honesty, and trustworthy cat. So, and I live by a certain code. So, I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated, which is how I was raised. That's important to me. And I just try to be real, man. I just try to be straight up with people. I don't cut corners. I don't sugarcoat. I give it to them real, because when you get out here in these streets, they're going to keep it real with you. And they're going to give it harsher to you than I'm giving it to you. You dig what I'm saying? So, I just, I get results, and I work. I don't have any kids, bro. I've never been married, never been engaged, really. So this is what I put my, all my life into it, all my work. This is what I do 24/7. Even when I had 9 to 5s, this is what I was doing 24/7. Even though I was at the jobs, I was answering calls, texting, emailing, whatever I had to do to make things happen. I did it. Even though, work, on my lunch breaks, you know, I wasn't eating. I was working. You did what I'm saying? So yeah, I just go all out, man, and I make anything that I believe in, I make it mine. And that's why I work. Because if I believe in you, if I believe in your product, if I believe in it, I push it hard and I make it happen and I get it to the right people. So, you know, and I've always been a prepared person, and I try to pre-prepare and always, you know, have all the T's dotted, cross all the I's dotted, and have everything that I need to succeed and make everything a success, bro, you know?
Yeah, man, and you know, man, I respect that totally, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Me myself, I can work on my punctuality. You know what I'm saying? Better. That's always been a battle for me personally, man. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But when I do show up, I do always give my all. Absolutely. And but yeah, I'm working on still getting my whole time together, man. I'll be off. I'll be off all the time. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what, bro? You know what? I used to tell myself, you know, I used to be on time for these jobs, working for the white man and these companies that don't care about us, that don't put any value into you. I could be the best employee on time every day. I just did whatever I had to do to keep my 9 to 5. I did it 10 times better when it came to running my company and running other people's company and sitting on board of directors and being chairmen and shit like that, because that's what it takes. You dig what I'm saying? I'm very passionate about what I believe in. I'm just a very passionate person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I can't have my emotions and my feelings about something. That's just how I am. So, and it's a good thing. And I've learned, sometimes you gotta, put your poker face on, and you gotta play the game. And I've learned how to do that as well. But, a lot of times, and a lot of times I'm solo dolo. I keep telling people you don't need 100 people or 10. You just need the right amount of people with the right mindset. Everybody on the same page, everybody pushing for the same goal, everybody got everybody's back, everybody want to see everybody else do well in the group. No ego, no hating, because I'm very humble when I do this, because I like to learn from the best. I like to see myself as a sponge, and I soak up knowledge. You dig what I'm saying? And I try to apply it to any and everything that I'm doing. Anybody that I've learned from and surround myself with, God has blessed me with. If it was for a short time, if it was for a long time, I learned what I needed to learn, applied it to what I needed to apply to what I'm trying to do to further myself and better myself. And I move on and just try to be a better person and better at what I'm doing the very next day. Because you only as good as what you accomplished yesterday, last week, last month. Accomplishments are good, accolades are good, but I've always wanted to keep going, keep growing, keep elevating, keep getting better, and perfecting what you do.
Man, I told myself, Tony, I was gonna get some like fireworks or something like that for this show when somebody say some really real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to set some fireworks. I need to have something going off. I need to have some type of
Right.
gimmick or something with this show, man. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Hey, man, what you saying though, man? Straight like that, man. It's just real, man. You know what I mean? For real, for real. And man, it need to be in a book. Everything you saying, and something that was real key to me, like you say, man, you don't need a lot of people around you to, you know what I'm saying, to do you, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that, or to be respected.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't.
Because, I can see, like as an analogy, like I can see how, you can take 5 group of men against 20 group of men, but all 5 of them men got each other's back and is on, like you say, the same page, same accord, compared to these 20 where maybe only 5 of them out of 20 is on the same page. Shit gonna be effed up. Some of them gonna soften up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And that 20 can reduce to maybe
Right.
2 now. And now it's 5 on 2 because it was really only 2 ones that was really, with it. So man, it'd be crazy. But I never
Exactly.
thought of it exactly like how you said that though, man. It really made me think about that. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they say it's strength in numbers, but they didn't say how many. You did what I'm saying? So, I just try to take that and I always tell people, in order to be a general, you still got to be a soldier. You feel me? So you got to lead by example, man. You got to lead by example because I've always felt like any situation that I was brought into, that I'm the spear, I'm the head. So this spear is us, but I'm the head. So if you put me at the head for a reason. You sought me out. You thought I could do this. You believed in me. So I'm the spear. I'm the head. So I'm gonna be the. So I got all y'all behind me, and everybody's pushing and saying I'm the spear on the head, and I'm the one that's gonna strike. You dig what I'm saying? So, and I'm striking for all of us though. You feel me? So that's what I try to do. I just try to lead by example. I don't try to talk about what nobody else is doing, because it's gonna show anyway. When the smoke clears. If you slacking, or if you're not a diligent type of person, if you're not the type of person that that basically talks about it and not be about it, it's going to expose you're going to expose yourself eventually. So
Yes, sir. Like they say, always comes to light. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide. For real, for real. Yeah. But man, Tony, you know what I'm saying? Now I do want to definitely talk about some of the history of because I've had the pleasure of knowing you for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? These years they didn't pass, man. And, I done had a lot of interviews in between times. You know what I'm saying? But when I had a chance, when we ran into each other, it was Roy Ayers, the legendary, the king of vibes, the living icon for all those who don't know. The man still making music today, man. Shout out to Roy Ayers, salute to Roy Ayers
yes,
out
sir.
there.
Yes, sir.
Wherever
Roy
he is
Ayers,
in
the
the world.
legend. Yeah, we did
Yeah,
two back-to-back shows for his 74th birthday, which was big, man. And that was an honor. That was truly a blessing. I was able to even kick it with Roy Ayers, after that, him and his daughter, talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Big up to my dude, Marcel, who I got the booking agency with, Marcel John, who was Wyclef cousin. So, yeah, man, that was the first time we met. We've been rocking for a while, man. We've been rocking for a while. Yes, sir.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man, in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about 2004. This was 2014
Right.
when that was the back-to-back concerts. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a half part. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm
The
saying?
promontory. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, man, this great history. I actually do have a picture of you from then with Roy Ayers. Hold on, let me see. Now I got a lot of pictures, man.
And what's crazy, man, I only been really doing this since I came back home, 99.
What?
So yeah,
Yeah,
man, and things have just, just grew each year and every year, man. It was just a blessing.
yeah, that's incredible. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a logo for a second while I look at this real quick.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
big show. That was a legendary show, man. Actually, I can say my very first big show was with that the two shows I did back to back with Roy Ayers. Yes, sir.
right, right. Yeah, man. Damn.
And I was actually
Oh man.
working. I brought Soul Train in, and they did an article on him. Soul Train Impact and Soul Train. They did an article on him that was up on their website for a couple years until what's the name what's the name Viacom came back in and took over and snatched it down, and now it's all special this, special that. But yeah,
Right.
I got we had an article written about that. Soul Train wrote an article about those two shows. So that's legendary. My name was mentioned, what I do, my company. So it was all love. Pierre Evans at the time did that article from he was working with my girl Tina from Soul Train Impact.
I was gonna say it. I was trying to beat you to the punch. I just didn't want to cut you off. But I was gonna say Pierre because that's the first time I met Pierre too. You know what I'm saying? Was backstage at that concert. So
Yes,
man,
sir.
you know, met a lot of powerful people, man. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. I forgot to load that picture that we talking about.
It's all good. I know which one you're talking about, though. I'm hugging him. Me and him hugging him right there, coming out the door. Because that night I let him talk to Gavin Christopher. He didn't believe me that I managed him. I'm like, yeah, I managed Gavin. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, call him right now. Let me talk to him. So I let Roy Ayers talk to Gavin Christopher. And actually, he talked to Jaz-O that night, too, because Jazz wanted to remake his I'm From Brooklyn, Baby.
Right.
Yeah, yep. Okay. So I let him talk to Jazz that night too.
Wow. Well, let's fast forward for a second to, you know what I'm saying, when I was able to you know, because I had known you now, I was able to contact you and you know what I mean, you was able to set it up to where I was able to interview Jaz-O, the originator, you know what I'm saying, that night. So that was man, that was a special moment for me because you know what I mean, I have a lot of respect. But you know, the originator Jaz-O, this is actually the just like the page from the YouTube. So I said, you know, I recommend everybody go check that out. You know, it's really hot interview.
Yeah, it's part 1 and part 2. Yes, sir. Yep. That's what I said in the studio. I remember that pic. We've been rocking with you know with me for a while, bro. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Salute, man. And that's just the universe that we all wear red. Obviously, y'all gonna wear red.
Right.
But I didn't know that y'all was wearing red. You know what I'm saying? I walked in like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Right. That's the universe.
Color scheme was dope.
Right. Yeah. Appreciate you. Love.
No doubt.
Hey. And you know, we can't mention Roy Ayers and all these powerful people, you know, without mentioning, you know what I mean, the famous Chicago Bridge magazine, which you was also featured on. Congratulations to you. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're gonna be doing interviews soon. I've been traveling and things of that nature. Bridget been out of town, but yeah, we'll be doing the interview real soon. So I appreciate that support. Those, you know, anytime you can get your roses while you're here, it's a blessing. I was surprised, but I was it's truly an honor because what's funny is I had Jazz. You know, Jazz got 2 covers on here. The first time was we was at the art gallery and I think you guys came out and had him on the cover. I appreciate y'all doing that because I don't think he's been on any other cover or any magazines but these 2. So that was, you know, something I helped put together. So that's a blessing. I appreciate that love. But thank you for you guys, you know, recognizing me. My girl Bridget Wiley, I appreciate you. And you know, that's all love. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's all love, you know, it was my pleasure, you know, be a part of it, you know, while I was rocking with them, you know, I just recently retired, you know, at the beginning of this year, but you know, absolutely. Much respect, salute to the legendary Bridget Wiley, who's also the publicist of the iconic, you know what I'm saying, Roy Ayers. She's his publicist. And she's the publisher of the famous now 20-year publication, 21-year publication, the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. So
Black owned, that's what's up. Yeah, black owned.
Yeah, all yeah, so you know, I'm inspired, you know, by her. And you know, actually I have my own magazine coming soon. So you know,
that's what's up. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, man. But and I know you got a big show coming up too with, man, the one and only, man, you know what I'm saying, Rakim Allah. So man.
Yeah, man. That's you know, that's my dude, big bro. Anytime he come to town, you know, it's an honor and pleasure to go kick it with him. You know, I actually know his manager, Matt, you know, which is real cool. I've been knowing Matt for years. Even Eric B, you know, me and Eric B is on, he works with my people that owns the rights to the Sunsplash reggae music fest, the big reggae fest that they have every year. And I actually represent one of the owners who's like one of my investors. And then basically I'm his agent. He's the gentleman that put me on the team on NBC, the show Give. I had you come out. You met them during the NBA All-Star Weekend. You met Gary Reeves, my man, who basically came up with the concept for Give, and we got Blair Underwood as the host. But yeah, man, that's how I became an agent over at NBC, and now the show has moved on to Oprah. We're in our fourth Oprah network. We're on our fourth season. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's a blessing to kick it with Rakim. Actually, before him and Eric B got back together and reunited, I was talking to him. He was here for a show, and they was here. They did an extra show for the kids, the big poetry slam that they have, and we backstage kicking it. And he telling me, man, yeah, me and Eric B getting ready to get back together. And I didn't know it at the time, but Jaz-O had produced a joint for Rakim. So at the time, I'm still managing Jazz. He's like, man, Tone, I need him back in the studio. I'm like, oh, I got you, bro. I'm like, all I need is you to get him on that tour that you and Eric B getting ready to do, y'all reunion tour. And that's how Jazz got on the reunion tour. So I appreciate, Rakim for doing that. Yeah, just it's all love, man. These are dudes that I looked up to growing up, listened to their music, respected these dudes, and basically got to know them, on a personal level, on a working level, as I came up through the ranks, and it was a blessing to be able to, somebody that you actually used to look up to, and you finally get to meet, and they super duper cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was first time I met him, it was really an honor, man.
Yeah, man. I can't even. Well, I can't imagine. I was gonna say what traditional people say, which is I can't imagine, but that's false because I imagine all types of things. That's how I was able to do the things that I've been able to do.
I speak it into existence, brother. I'm the same way. Anything I can imagine or dream, it can come true, bro. And I'm a living testament to that. You know what I'm saying? Because when I very first met Jaz-O, I would say 2009. When I started managing him about 2010, I told him I was going to be the dude that put him back with Jay-Z. And when he said that in the interview on Drink Champs, that I did exactly that, and it took me like 7 years. So that was me, being a man of my word and making that happen. A lot of people can't do that. Say they're going to do something and they speak it into fruition and it comes true. But I worked toward that and God made it happen for me. And I saw an opportunity, I took it, and made it happen. So that was a blessing, and it was an honor to bring two brothers back together. Real talk.
Yeah, man, and that is just an ultimate. You know what I'm saying? That is an ultimate connection right there, reconnection. That's an ultimate reconnection because I swear nobody in the world, and people can lie, but nobody else other than yourself, and you know what I'm saying, and the brother Emory Jones believe that these guys will connect again because I really, looking at the outside as a fan, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, admirer to their skill level, to their legendary history, with everything that had happened over the internet, I didn't think it was no turning back. But, it proves that, if you can forgive and forget, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. So this is an incredible picture. And it's so much power in this. Like, people will always underappreciate it because you can never fully appreciate this picture for everything that it is, man, because it's that tough. It's that tough, man. You know what I'm saying? And congratulations to you and thank you. And thank you, you know what I'm saying, on behalf of hip hop fans across the world for bringing these two gentlemen back together, man, because it was needed, man. You know what I'm saying? We wish we could have saw Biggie and Tupac, you know what I'm saying, reunite before their untimely death.
Well, like I say, man, I was just bringing two brothers back together. I know Jazz wanted to be back with this dude. I think he deserved to be back with him to kind of share in some of Jay-Z's success because he had a hand in that. And once I saw Jay making amends with Jim Jones and Nas and Jadakiss and everybody else, I just thought it was the right time. So, basically, I was booking Fabulous for a tour. I had called up my girl, Kim Sermon, was trying to get in touch with, somebody who knew Fabulous. And she gave me, Kim Sermon gave me Tito Garcia, which is Tito, the famous photo guy. My guy, Tito, who take all the photos. That's Lenny Santiago's cousin at Rock Nation from Rock Nation. So he gave me Lenny number to talk to. Lenny is a Fabulous manager. So I called Lenny, got the information to book Fab. So and I called the office, Rock Nation. So when I hung up from Lenny, some just told me to call and see and ask for Emory Jones, and I did, and he was in the office that day. I introduced myself, told him who I was. Told him I managed Jazz, told him I work, everybody I work with and everything. But I told him, yeah, man, look, I'm, Jazz, don't have no problems with Jay-Z, man. I say, and Emory said, man, ain't no beef. He said, it's just people got in the way and, dudes were young. He said, even though Jazz was a little older, Jay was young. And I knew these guys was brothers. They all grew up together in Marcy. So, after that, I called Jazz up, put him on the phone with Emory. And me and Emory kept in contact, emailing, texting, talking. So one day, I just put it to Emory, like, man, Emory, let's put these guys back together, man. Can we get a meeting or something? And he said, yeah, we're going to be in Chicago for the 444 tour. And we're going to be in Atlanta this time because I told him I'm in Chicago, Jazz in Atlanta at the time. So I said, yeah, I'm going to have him here in Chicago. Put us on wheel calls, send me the VIP tickets. And it went just like that. I told Jazz, hey, set it up. Jay going to be in town. Me, you, him, and Emory, we going to meet. And that was that, like I say, they brought us to the Duce Lounge. All the Jay people was in there. They know Jazz. It was all love. And then Emory came and got Jazz and took him to Jay's dressing room. So they kicked it for maybe about 30 minutes. Then Emory came and got me and one of his guys, Nafish. Nafish is from Chicago, one of his best friends, a producer here. Everybody knows him. So we go and, we meet Jay. I shake his hand, no ID back there. I kick it with Dion because, I know him and shit. We kick it. I kick it with Jay for about 10, 15 minutes. And I asked, I'm talking to him, and I'm like, man, I got tons of new music, on this dude. I'm like, man, I would love to, get a distribution deal or something. We're not looking for no handouts, but this dude got dope music. And a couple months after that, him and Jazz met again in Detroit with, and my little sister was in the picture. Nikina Glaze from I Move Different, or used to be little sister. She was there, and that's when Jay hit him with the opportunity for the distribution deal. But I actually talked to him. Then me and Emory kept talking after that, and we made it happen. And that's how Jazz got the distribution deal with Jay.
Yeah, that's super incredible, man. You know what I mean? What would you say the length of time was that passed between when you first met and talked to Emory Jones on the phone on the line to the time to where you asked him basically like, saying like, can we actually like make this happen?
Maybe about a month or two. Yeah, maybe about, I would say, because it was in December, it was in 17. Yeah, it was about a couple months, man. It wasn't long. It didn't take long. You know what I'm saying? Because I was sending them projects, because I was trying to show this dude, we don't need no handouts. I got movies, I got Jazz affiliated with. I had all type of shit. I even sent them a project I was working on with the first Black female NASCAR owner, owned her own NASCAR team, a young lady named Melissa LeBronville. Yes. I mean, and I had all type of things showing them that we moving over here. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no handouts. We just need an opportunity. So Emory saw what I was on. Emory saw that I was a businessman. Emory saw I had several things going on, from movies to music to projects. I even sent him paintings. I was dealing with I have a gentleman that I do shows with over in Paris and France. This gentleman has a mansion that he rents out every year for movie theaters and things of that nature, and we do shows over there. So we have some of the dopest artists. Like right now, I'm working with Picasso's cousin, a black gentleman. I got all type of paintings from him. So I dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything, and that's what I was showing Emory, that we was 360 degrees. That we had a lot of stuff going, and that it wasn't just about music or looking for no handouts. We didn't need that. We had a lot of stuff going on that I wanted to try to implement. Even had somebody had approached me to do a documentary with Jazz and Jay-Z, where they wanted to give Jazz maybe anywhere from 3 to 500,000. They wanted to get Jay 2 mil or something like that. So I had a lot of opportunities on the table to show these guys that this dude is working. He's still relevant. His music is still hot, and people still loved him.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, shout out to legendary originator Jaz-O. You know what I mean? Because he recently had a new album that came out called Marcy. You know what I'm saying? And it's off the chain, man. I suggest everyone check it out, support that brother. You know what I'm saying? He is definitely a pioneer of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He's the pioneer of fast rapping. You know what I'm saying? So let that be known too. So yeah, man. So man, everything that you've done, it seems impossible, to the listening ear, it seems impossible to a tainted eye. But you know what I'm saying? But not impossible to a person that has ultimate faith in God, faith in themselves, and is a visionary, you know what I mean? And know that, hard work, through hard work, you can open up doors in the universe that you never thought that could be open just by pushing your willpower, just willing yourself through things, you know what I mean? I'm a testament to that. You know what I mean? In the beginning, early for me, I didn't really have much what I was called talent. You know what I'm saying? It was just I was called tenacious.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I see that, you're very tenacious as well, you know what I mean? And so how do you basically, stay very tenacious and work very hard, but yet, you real laid back still at the same time. So how do you balance that? You know what I'm saying? The calmness, the balance of, just being super relaxed, quiet, but being so tenacious with your work ethic.
I basically my sign. I'm a Libra, so my sign is the scale, because I'm always trying to balance things out, bro. I'm always trying. I don't want to get too high. I don't want to get too low. I'm always trying to stay even keel. That's me. Okay. I'm a very laid back dude, and I'm quiet about certain things, but around certain people, I might be a little more vocal. But I'm an observer. I like to observe. I like to, see, how people carry themselves, their mannerisms. You learn a lot about people. Just watch it, and you learn a lot about, things just listening and watching. And I've always been a big advocate of that. So by doing that, even when I was coming up, I used to be the youngest dude in the oldest crowd. Everybody I used to hang around with me was older than me. Then when I used to go back with people my age, I was always advanced. And that's because I was with these older cats. You know what I'm saying? So just soaked up a lot of game, soaked up a lot of knowledge. And that's why a lot of times, people kind of draw to me, because I'm like an old soul. But I don't, like I say, I'm 49. People still ask me for my ID when I go in to get liquor. You know what I'm saying? So I know I don't look my age. I've never acted act at my age. I've always been a mature cat. That's because of early in my life, I had to deal with a lot of I was the man of the house, so I was relied upon, and I had to be responsible at a very young age. So taking care of me and my brother, living in Henry Horner projects, basically had to hold the family down in a very difficult situation when my mother wasn't there, my father wasn't there, and my mother wanted to be there, but she couldn't. So, at 11 years old, being in Henry Horner projects, from Friday morning till Friday morning till Monday morning by myself with me and my little brother at the age of 11 and 7. I don't even think he was maybe that old. I think I was 11, but man, just I always say God never put anything on you that you can't handle. So my mother instilling in us, family, it's all we got, man, just us. So being raised like that and having that type of mentality instilled in me at that age at 11, we was taught never to give up. We was taught never to take no for an answer. I was taught if one door closes, another is going to open, and that's not the door that should have been open for you. And everything happens for a reason. Patience is a virtue, and God will bless you if he see you putting the work in, and you say you want it bad enough, and he see you putting the work in, you stand positive, you stand focused. And I'm a very, I think, I do, I speak positive. All them the three. That's what you have to embody. And you got to hit that pavement, man. You got to put that work in. So that was one thing about me that kind of, built me. And that's what I was standing on. And God has always blessed me. He always moved me from a lesser to a greater, even when I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? He always looked out for me, because I always look out for my people. I always take care of my people. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm a man of my word. I keep my promises. I try. I'm not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but I try to minimize those mistakes, and I learn from, and I don't even look at them as losses now. I look at them as lessons. I learn from them lessons.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you can do, man. You know what I mean? And sometimes we we run into the same situations, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, at least now you know how to get up out of that jam now. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
you've been there before. So excuse me. Yeah, man. I'm trying to catch my breath over here, Tony. You don't even know, man. But you do
Man,
know.
take your time,
I'm
brother.
trying to catch my breath. I'm over here, man, with these
It's all
allergies, man.
good.
Stupid allergies. But yeah, man. But man, just now I know you work with a lot of different companies as well, from the Orchard to Sony Music. So can you tell me what your affiliation and business is with Sony Music?
Well, we have a distribution deal with Sony and a Sony Orchard basically. Back in the day, I used to have a distribution deal with Sony Red through a gentleman named Skilo. But the company that that I'm basically president, brand ambassador, and I take care of management, work in artist development. Basically, we have a distribution deal with Sony Orchard that we can offer artists. You don't have to sign with us. But the distribution does go through us. We set it up, we do the paperwork, and if we like your music, and we think that you focus, and then you have a purpose that you're trying to do, because we don't push anything. We try to have a standard, that we're trying to go by. So yeah, man. We have we give out distribution deals at Culture Zine Music. Yes, we do. I actually accompany Paper Mill Entertainment, Maurice Kilo, CEO, hype man for Sweet Juices, and XL, Excellency, but XL Beats, Grammy nominated, platinum winning award. Just won a Grammy award for producing Kanye's West, Jesus is King. I'm a consultant and manager for that company. So we just gave them a distribution deal not too long ago. So they're one of the artists in Chicago that we support and that we definitely push. And Sweet Juices is the next. We believe she's the next big star to come out of Chicago. She's very dope. Along with
Yeah,
XL Beats, very dope producer, very very dope producer.
yeah, man. All her beats definitely is off the chain. You know what I'm saying? I see why. You know what I'm saying? Grammy nominated. It ain't no coincidence or no
Right.
or it ain't no luck behind that. Now we getting Grammys and stuff like that.
Yes,
For your
sir.
and for your lyrics. And shout out to Sweet Juices too. You know what I'm saying? She's also been on this show. You know what I mean? And I've known that girl for a while now. You know what I'm saying? I think everything for me kind of go back to 2014, 2015, when I was starting to really meet a lot of people that's really moving and shaking out here in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I met Sweet Juices too. It was around that time, 2014, 15, and she was rocking out. I actually interviewed her then, and recently
Mm-hmm.
interviewed
Yes,
her.
sir.
You know,
Yeah, I've been
and
working. I've been working with her hype man and CEO of Paper Mill for years. When his daughter was out here and he had her on BT and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Maurice Kilo. He been grinding for years. His daughter K Kilo, very dope. This sister can sing and she can rap. Dope. You know what I'm saying? So he got a bad team at Paper Mill Entertainment, man. People sleeping on them. He got a, he just those two artists right there, K Kilo and Sweet Juices,
right,
super dope.
yeah,
And of course, the platinum and Grammy winning XL Beats. He got a dope team over there, man. So shout out to them, man.
absolutely, man. Salute to their team. You know what I mean? Paper Mill. Shout out to Maurice. You know what I'm saying? That's who I went through to get the last interview with Sweet Juices.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah. Also, do you still did you? And I know you helped Taco, the Chicago rapper Taco, also, said get a deal with Sony Music, right? Orchard.
Sony, yeah, he you know what? He kind of got his own deal with Sony Orchard, but I did help him a lot. Anytime he called me, any time he needed advice, I tried to set him up with licensing deals. And at the time that we had the Sony Orchard there, he was working with somebody directly at Sony, and that's how he kind of got his deal. You know what I'm saying? And some of these cats, they pay for their distribution. Some cats don't. Some cats pay a lot. Some cats don't. So it all depends on how you set your deal up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big shout out to Taco. Love that dude. Love his music. Super dope. I love how lyrical he is. I love that he plays with a live band. Super,
Yeah,
separated himself from a lot of different artists already. He has his own identity. He's carved out his own road, and that's what I look in artists. So, shout out to Taco and his team, and super proud of that dude, man. Super proud of Taco and what he's doing. He just opened up his own shoe store, and
yeah,
Taco is, he's basically gonna be worldwide any minute because he got everything. He has everything, and there's nothing holding that brother back. So, shout out to Taco, man. Love you, bro.
yes, sir. Salute to Taco too, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Doing his thing. I recently went to one of his shows and got to see him perform live, and man, he puts on a hell of a show for real, for
Yes,
real.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? He really calculated with his steps, with what he doing. With
Yeah,
his music and stuff like that. I can see
he's
that.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah, he's serious.
you can tell he be choreographing this stuff. he
Yeah,
ain't playing. Yes, sir. He about it. Yeah, he puts on a real show. He knows how to entertain, and he knows how to he understands showmanship. Yes, he
right.
does.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you can be really talented and stuff like that, and get up there and dance and stuff like that. But like you say, the showmanship, like to be able to interact and know what to play, when to play it, and all that type of stuff
Yeah,
too.
that's
So
right, brother. You're
that's
exactly
big.
right. I agree.
Yeah. So But back to some of these already legends, Taco legend in the making, definitely. But again, you know, um, you work with Red Man as well, the legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's my guy, man. Met Red. I met Red Man when we did the Def Squad reunion show. I had Jaz-O host that show. It was actually the first show me and Jaz-O did together. First show I ever booked him for. And got to meet Eric Sermon, Red Man, Keith Murray, Wild Ass. That's my dude. I've done solo shows with Red. Done solo shows with done solo shows with Keith Murray. The shot you had of with me and Redman, that was the same show we did with Redman and Method Man. It was for the Breaks tour out in Soldier Fields, the Chicago Bears parking lot. So that was one of the greatest shows ever that I've ever seen, man. Redman and Method Man is like super fucking the dopest, one of the dopest tandems ever.
yeah.
Method Man jumping in the crowd surfing. I had to pull him out the crowd. It was wild, man. It was one of the best shows, though, ever. The best energies ever, man, that I've ever, been around.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, Red and F together, man. Them boys, some wild boys. They good brothers, though, man. Very, we had good conversations, man, about life. Period. They turned me on to a Korean barbecue place down the street from CRC, the studio. And I was surprised. I'm like, man, what y'all know about Chicago restaurants? But yeah, man, they turned us on to a real dope Korean barbecue restaurant. So anytime they come through, you know what I'm saying? That's where we go eat. But yeah, man, and they some good dudes, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And like you say, it's always good to, meet people that's already made such have such great history, but yet, have humbled themselves, you know what I mean? And whatever like that, man. Even with I show Ghostface Killer too. That you work with
Ghost,
too.
Ghost, and Ghost. I've worked with Ghost. I've worked with Raekwon. We did a show with him called Knowledge. With my dude Knowledge Beckham. Shout out to Knowledge Beckham of Classic Hip Hop Lives. We do shows. We used to bring in like 80s and 90s hip hop acts and pair them with a live band. So the year that I reunited Jaz-O and Jay-Z, right before that show, we did a show with EPMD. It was their very first time rocking a show, performing over 30 songs with the live band. And that was hip hop history. Right. So I made hip hop history twice in 1 year, bro. I did the EPMD live show with the live band, and then I reunited Jaz-O back with Jay-Z. So that was 2017 was a big year for me. That was a big year. Then, like, even when I did when I reunited Jaz-O and them, I didn't even realize how big it was until like the very next year in 18, when all the news, when you get the stuff come back that you posted and you see what everybody was talking about. It was in all the magazines. It was all over the internet. Yeah. People was calling me saying you broke the internet. And then I think the first picture that was posted, Emory Jones posted a picture of Jay-Z, No ID, and Jazz. So everybody thought it was No ID that had brought them back together. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm like, nah, that when people finally got around to asking me, I'm like, no, No ID had nothing to do with that. I say that was me and Emory. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I made hip hop history twice that year when I did the live EPMD show with the live band, and when I put Jay and Jazz back together, 2017. So that was a big year for the brother.
Good business, man. Good business. And again, congratulations. That is hip hop history for real.
It made the news. It was on still got the link. It made the news. A lot of people wrote about it because, like I said, it was the first time them ever performing live with a live band, 30 songs. It was dope. And the band learned the songs and everything. It was really nice. Shout out to my dude, Knowledge Beckham, again, of Classic Hip Hop Lives. That's my dude, and I'm the brand ambassador for that company. So That's love. I love that dude. Good job, bro. He did we did Scarface, we did EPMD, we did Havoc and Core Mega from Mobb Deep. We did MC8. That was a dope show. I love MC8. We did 8. So we did Freeway. I think we had Freeway on another show. So yeah, man, those were some dope collaborations. Oh, we did Nature. My dude Nature from the Firm. He also performed. He opened up that show for EPMD. Big up to Nature.
Man, yeah, man, you do bring some people together, man, that we don't really get to see together, you know. And again, you know, on behalf of everyone, thank you for that because, you know, that's what, you know, a hip hop fan wants. You know, you always be greedy and you want to see the people that you had the luxury of listening to and luxury of learning from, alongside or beside working with this person or working with this person. Like they may not even get along. We don't know that. But you know
Right.
what I'm saying? We just want to see everybody work together, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's how we gonna go further. Is all just working together, networking. So, you know what I mean? That's what it do. And
Exactamundo. I agree totally. I agree totally, man. It's about bringing people together, you know, leaving your egos at the door and getting this money. Because that's what we all trying to do.
right,
Get this money and feed our family, man.
exactly. Yeah, I found the picture with you, Ghost, and Raekwon, Chef.
Yeah, that was at the Art of Rap, man. That was at the Art of Rap, and I actually used to manage a gentleman by the name of Stomach who was in Raekwon's group, Ice Water. So I've been working with Ray and his group for years, man. They're my dudes, and you know Tony Starks. You know Tony Starks meet Tony Jordan. That's how I approach Ghost. For anytime I see Ghost, is love. You know that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? We always kick it. He a good dude. Um, checking out the Wu-Tang Saga, the series, you kind of get to go back into these guys' lives and see how they came up, how they came together. And it's love to see that because I could relate to Ghost, his story, being in the streets, hustling, still trying to keep a 9 to 5, take care of your family, you know, um, my mother was always working or going to school, so, I had to be, like I said, I was the man of the house. I was the big brother, and on my block, it was about 20 dope houses. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I played sports. That's how I kind of made my name, the fame. I played sports, basketball and football. And, I made it a point, to bust your ass. I don't care how old you was. I used to try to kill grown men to the point they wanted to fight me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I always made it personal because, and when I say personal, I always felt, I was the best. I was always, I was a student of the game. I used to, when I lived, before I moved to Detroit, and I lived in Chicago up north, I lived across the street from Sullivan High School where I went. So I used to sneak out the house at 1, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 in the morning. I used to wait for my mother to go to sleep. I used to be balling. I would walk to Stryber Park and I would play basketball and for a couple of hours, then come in, act like nothing, like nothing ever happened. I don't even know if my mother knows to this day I used to do that, but I used to sneak out, bro. I used to sneak out and go ball because I wanted to go to the NBA. And I was one of the coldest. I could say that because at my age group, my stepfather used to take me. I used to play against grown men. My Uncle Bisco, shout out to my Uncle Bisco. He grew up with he used to play at Westinghouse. So I used to always go watch him play. He played against some of the greats, Eddie Johnson, my man who played with the Detroit Pistons and got a ring with them from Chicago. I can't remember his name, and I took a picture with him.
Isaiah Thomas.
Not Isaiah, his boy though. Isaiah, one is Isaiah's best friend. He went to Westinghouse. Mark Aguirre. Mark, yep. I took a picture with Mark Aguirre and I mentioned my uncle to him. And he said, man, I used to know him. He said, yeah, I played against him. He said he used to give me the business because my uncle played football too, so he was real physical. But I used to go watch Isaiah Thomas, all these guys at the church on the west side. where his mother came up there with the shotgun and all that. Yeah, it was real. Like I used to watch Legends ball. So you know, these basketball courts back in the day on the west side and south side was like Rutgers Park. You can go watch some people, you can watch some legends play. So I took basketball real serious. And to the point I used to play so much, and I ain't never told nobody this, but I'm gonna tell you because I want to let people know when you dedicate yourself to something and you passionate about it, you know, sky's the limit. You could do anything. But I used to play so much that my mother used to buy me gym shoes at least 3 times a month because I would play so much all night and all day that I used to have holes in my shoes. I would run through a pair of shoes in a week or 2. I swear to God, you could ask my little brother. My mother started making me put cardboard in my shoes because she couldn't afford to keep buying me gym shoes, and I was busting niggas' ass on the court in cardboard shoes. I'm trying to ask my little brother here to tell you, bro, to the point where I used to have to switch up cardboard several times a day because I would, you know, it's cardboard, you on concrete. I would run holes through that shit immediately after a couple games. But I love the game so much, man. And you know, like I say, bro, that's just that dedication, and I love to play so much. And I didn't, you know, when I started out and she wouldn't buy me the, you know, you better put some cardboard in it. And I put cardboard in them, and used to, you know, go to the court, had to go to school with cardboard in my shoes sometimes, couldn't lift my feet because I had cardboard in it. You don't want, you know, how kids is clowning you or whatever. But yeah, man, I used to love football that much, man. To the point I couldn't walk in the rain because they would get wet. I got cardboard. I can't walk in the snow because I got cardboard in my shoes. Because we used to shovel the snow back and go play in the winter, man. That's how dedicated we was to playing back in the day, man. I love basketball, man. I played football for Sullivan too. When I moved to Detroit, played football and basketball. That's kind of how I, you know, got respect in the neighborhood. And yeah, man. Like I say, sports and hip hop, family and God saved me, bro. Real talk.
That's incredible, man. And I want to get the whole visual right. Now, where was the cardboard? Just over the sole part, or is it wrapped
And you know,
around the
like you
toe?
pick up, like, look, let me show you, bro.
Hey, oh God.
So, bro, so this my soul. I would literally, this would be gone. This part, all of this would
Yeah.
be gone. All of that would be gone. So I would
Man.
literally go inside the shoe and cut it to however it needed to be cut so it could fit the inside still. But all of that part was cardboard. So I would eat up all of this, bro. All of that would be gone. This would be gone. All of this would be gone down here. I just put cardboard in my shoe and get back on the court, bro. On some real shit.
But it's slippery though.
But you know what? I still had like the outs, you know, I still had like that part would be, but the outer, yeah, like it would still catch here and here, but that part right there, that part would be cardboard. So yeah, it did, you know, it did slip, but you know, I just adjusted. I just adjusted my shots, did more jump shots, or you know, couldn't run to the hole on that side or whatever. So, but yeah, I made it work, man. True story, bro. When my brother see this interview, I'm gonna have him comment on it, and he gonna like, yeah, he ain't lying. I used to even sneaking out the crib and going up to Stryper Park, and yeah, man, I used to do that, bro, because I love the game. I love the game. To this day, I love the game.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. I can't wait to have Big Bro on the show too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hooper myself, you know what I'm saying? Street baller. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say I'm one of the best, but you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the most tenacious on the court. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cats will never outwork me. You ain't gonna never outwork me. You know what I'm saying? So that was my motto. Always play hard. You know what I'm saying? And you know, always. I ain't care who you was. I like cats used to come from Northwestern to college. We used to play everybody. I used to be out there killing cats. I ain't care who you was. Your grandmama could be out there. God, Jesus. I'm trying to dunk on you. I'm everything. You know what I'm saying? So. And back in the day, I played football, so I used to be a little heavier. I could be like about 220, bro. So I was a beast on the court, man. I ain't played no games. I was solid though, because I used to work out and things of that nature. But yeah, I used to love the game, man. I ain't play no games, bro. We used to be out there clowning.
So you about what, 6 foot, right?
5'11", almost inch away from 6, but I got real broad shoulders, so I used to always love to play down low. I used to always, go after the big dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to dominate them inside, and the cats on the outside. I was fast and quick enough to guards and small forwards and things of that nature, and big enough to play power forwards and centers. So I could play 4 positions on the court. I had handles, just wasn't fast enough to be a point guard, but I knew how to set up, distribute, play great defense, and that was my thing. I used to love to play defense. Then playing football, my footwork got a lot, faster and better. So man, and that's really how I made the football team. The coach saw me in the gym playing rec ball, playing basketball. Like, man, I need to started me out there like outside linebacker, play offensive line, played little D line. Special teams was my shit. I used to love to play special teams because I would be the one that would come out of nowhere and light your ass up. You'll never see me coming. Never see, but I used to just love the unexpected, them hits. I used to love to get I want to make your jersey on the back of your jersey dirty, because that means you didn't get hit. So yeah, we used to go hard. We used to go hard, man. I remember games we used to play against Sin High School. I had a lot of friends went to Sin. I went to Sullivan, and I was a freshman, but I played varsity and I played on the JV. So I played both, man. So I was relentless, bro. Like you said, I was I loved it. I loved it. And because you gained a lot of respect. That was me, man. That's how I gained a lot of respect playing sports, busting your ass. And I used to love to let cats talk shit, and after the game, I'm gonna talk I won. So, that was my pet peeve right there.
Hey man, I can honestly relate to you when it comes to just, I got a lot of respect on courts, you know what I'm saying? Like, people was afraid to come to the hole, and I'm 5'7", but I had people afraid to come to the hole because I became good at blocking shots because I got really long arms.
I got to see you got some long arms, yes, sir.
Long arms. I could jump high, and I had good anticipation and a good memory.
Yep.
I could retain and visualize what a person's shot is. So however you shoot, I could remember that almost instantly. And then I could remember, like, okay, if he takes 2 seconds to shoot, 1 second, I know to jump now. Or, you know what I'm saying, whatever like that.
You had great anticipation like me. I used to always anticipate where a person going to be, where they going, they spots and things of that nature. Even in football, you know what I'm saying? I can anticipate where the ball was going. How you have to learn how a person planting their hand and what foot they coming off of. Little things like that. Once you learn the game and, you learn how to break it down and what you're looking for and things of that nature. It was, anticipating. I used to get cats like that a lot, man. Fumbles, and I was always the one to go for the ball, and, try to get it off your body. And I used to create a lot of, turnovers and fumbles and things of that nature when it came to football. So, yeah, anticipation in life too, man. It's the same thing. Even in the music industry, the business, anticipating, when it's your time. You have to be patient. You got to know when to go hard and, when not to, when to back off and things of that nature. So same thing in business, man. Anticipation. It once you get it and know the ins and outs and how things work, you can kind of anticipate what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and things of that nature. Cats used to be tripping on me when I used to tell them shit 6 months in advance, and it would a song would drop or something would happen because I know the industry, I know the people, and I could anticipate when certain things was going to happen. It saved me a lot of turmoil. It saved me a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I've always wanted to learn this industry from the inside out, meaning the paperwork and the business side. You know, I used to go to these board meetings. It used to be whites, Jews, Italians, everybody but our color. And I would see how all of these cats don't like each other, but they getting this money together. They respect each other. And, you know, that's what made me into the businessman. And I'm a businessman. You know, it changed me into that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I learned that I ain't gotta like you. I can, you know, we gotta respect each other, and let's get this money, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's come together and let's do something. And you know, I don't believe our culture and our race have learned that yet. But the ones that have, that can come together and, you know, put all their differences aside, their egos. You know, I've always felt that we should have had a big black, just one big black record company, a couple that was ran by the Dr. Dre's and the Puffies, everybody, all these great motherfuckers in one building together with all these different artists, you know, collabing, creating, and you creating competition. You know, not too long ago, my business partner, my mentor, he had me on the phone with Berry Gordy, Quincy Jones, Clarence Avant, and Smokey Robinson. Woke me up
What?
at 3 in the morning.
Nah.
And it was an amazing phone call, bro. I just sat and listened. They gave us the blueprint on how Barry, you know, put Motown together, had all these subsidiaries, people who had other record companies. He would put them under Motown and would guide them, help them, and it created competition. It created great legendary music. That's how all that music came out of Motown, because all these people was under one label, really. Even though you had your own label, y'all all worked with Barry. Y'all all learned with him and learned under Smokey and other different people that was at the record label. They created great songs together. It created competition, and it created some of the greatest musicians and artists to this day. So that's kind of what me and King has built our mold off of and our motto. We try to bring the best together, work together, collab, create competition, healthy competition. And we just try to bang out the greatest and best music that we can. So it's an honor and pleasure to be working with King, to soak up the knowledge that he gives like a sponge. You know, for somebody that mentored under Quincy Jones, Berry Gordy, Clarence Avant, and Smokey Robinson, like, I can't fathom that. To work with all these dudes and have the knowledge that you have. And, you know, he's an A&R, the head A&R over at Universal Music Group. So I work with them. I work with Atlantic. It ain't no Def Jam. It ain't no record labels I don't work with. Like during the NBA All-Star Weekend, I had Sweet Juices. She was in this competition with a dude, my dude, Q11. Big up to Q11 and Big Hef from Def Jam. She won the contest. We went out to New York the week after the NBA All-Star Weekend. She won that contest. And the next day, we was in talks with Def Jam and Interscope. We was in meetings with them at the offices. So, you know, those are the type of things that I relish in, helping artists reach their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and get to those type of meetings and to have those type of conversations, you know, with people on that caliber that, you know, that you're trying to, you know, get your career to the next level. So if it wouldn't have been for the pandemic, Sweet Juices and Paper Mill would have had a deal way back then.
Wow.
So, you know, yeah, it was, you know, like I say, I appreciate and I'm very thankful when people seek me out because they, you know I can take them to the next level. I can help them further their career and reach their goals and aspirations, basically, you know. So, and now I'm doing it on all levels with movies. You know, I have people, you know, sending me movies to submit to, you know, to the networks. I just had a big meeting with HBO Max last week about 15 movies and projects we presented. We got 6 picked up. They're going to slate some of the others. You know, Amazon Prime, I'm representing a gentleman who has over 487 million streams on Amazon Prime right now and counting. I'm shopping movies for him, you know, working with Netflix. working with On Stage Plus, which is another company that me and King own 35% of. It's basically the next BET. Basically we got streaming, Roku TV, Android. Our commercial just ran on Comcast today, our very first commercial. So, I've always tried to empower artists, people alike, anybody, any clients that I represent. My whole thing has been to represent them in the best light, further their careers, take them to the next level, evolve, and empower them.
That's what's up, man. That's powerful. Can you all repeat that again with the three things that you like to tell your artists?
Any artists or clients that I represent, I basically try to, further their careers, help them reach their goals and aspirations, help them evolve and empower them, put them in power, put them in places of power where they are in head and control of their lives. I tell people all the time, if you working with me and you're not talking about owning your own company, and let's say 3 to 4 years, you really don't want to be fucking with me, because that's what I'm trying to do for you. I'm trying to empower you. I'm trying to put you in place where you ain't gonna need me no more. You your own boss, and you getting ready to bless somebody else and help them get their company. That's what I'm about.
I heard that. That's what's up. That's just good business, man. That's where that's where you basically you teaching someone how to fish, opposed to just giving them the largest fish that you can find.
Yes, sir. I agree, and that's important. To give back, and because I always felt that, it's our duty to save our genre. You dig what I'm saying? And to give back, feed these babies knowledge, and help them get from under situations that they probably think that they never could, or wouldn't think that they could ever do something that they would only see in on TV or in the movies and things of that nature. People daydream a lot, but them daydreams are dreams that can come true. You just have to know how to reach them. So that's what I try to do, man. I try to lead by example, and I try to show people that you can reach whatever your heart's desire is. You just got to put your mind to it, stay focused. Don't let outside chatter get to you, because they don't know. They going off of what somebody else failure, or somebody else gave up. That's something I never gave up on anything. People will tell you to this day, even if I have to come back to it and finish it, I never give up on a project or an assignment, because with more knowledge you gain, you can always go back and finish something. The more you apply yourself to something, eventually, the more practice you get, the better you're gonna get at it. So you have to want to get to your destination, but you have to embrace the journey as well, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, whatever it is, because the reward will be that much sweeter. Trust and believe me.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? Just appreciate everything along the way. Like I'm a person that still appreciates being able to do what we're doing right now. You being where you are, I'm where I'm at, and we can see each other, we can communicate. You know what I'm saying? That's special. You know what I'm saying? Some people still overlook that like it's nothing. But man, that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? The technology behind that, you know what I mean? And just the so if man can make that, then if I can envision something and you can envision something, then man, who knows what we can do when we put these things together.
I agree, and it's just like your growth. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing now. You got your own show. When I met you, you was working with Bridget. So that's what this is about, man. You know, our very first show we did together, it was with Roy Ayers. So the legend. So, you know, I've always had my sights set on doing big things. Everything I try to do is big. You know what I'm saying? Even on a small level. So everything is presentation. You dig what I'm saying? So you never get the second chance to make a first impression and things of that nature. So I've always tried to set high goals for myself and reach them. I've always pushed, you know, my artists and my clients to be the best that they can be and to take them out of their comfort zone and put them somewhere where they have to figure it out sometime because you learn that way and you grow that way. And when and I've been in uncomfortable situations before, but I've always found a way to make it comfortable for me and to make it my own and to eventually relish in it. So, you know, I tell people, you know, you have to have a mindset of perseverance and dedication to the point where you eat, sleep, and live this. I mean, you know, you got to consume it on an everyday level and basis, and you have to believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, God ain't, and it ain't gonna happen. You know, you can't be you can't be the faint of heart doing this type of stuff. You have to have thick skin. You have to be open to criticism, and you have to be me. The glass is always half full to me. Um, it's never the opposite. It's always half full. Always see it as half full. Because if you got it, you halfway there, you just got to keep pushing and find a way to get it full. You know what I'm saying? And overflow. So.
Yeah, man, I feel that. And just to backtrack in reference, because I didn't have the pictures, but I uploaded them. You know what I mean? Right now, this is actually Sweet Juices for all those that's not familiar with her. You know what I mean? And she's actually sitting in front of her logo paper mill, with the logo of the label that is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the logo. They at the new lab that they just put together. And like I say, Sweet Juices is one of the dopest artists, dopest MCs.
yeah,
Man, she got she got an identity of her own. She's you know, making a way, she's making a name for herself. And people better watch out for her because this sister is dope as fuck.
yeah. And she's relentless too.
Yes, sir.
Relentless and hungry and been doing it. And then also in reference to Taco, you know, he actually have a billboard, you know, throughout, you know, saying the country actually. So, you know, you can
Right.
see when his billboards, his album is out now, like you say, underrated. You know what I'm saying? It's hot too. I
Yes,
fuck
sir.
with that.
Yeah, that's a lot of Chicago artists are underrated, man. And you know, I know we got the Twisters, the Kanyes, you dig what I'm saying, the Lil Durks and things of that nature, but it's so many way dope artists than that. You know what I'm saying? And the I feel the Midwest really still hasn't been blessed and put on, you know, the way that they should be, like New York or Atlanta, or, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we coming, we coming. And like I say, got some of the dopest artists here, man. Really untapped talent.
Yeah. And I'm glad to highlight some of them through my Show Off Your Talent event contest that I do. That's where, you know, at the end of every month, actually, you know, the last Friday of every month, you know what I mean, I host a contest alongside the legendary international thriller, along with the legendary CEO of MIA Entertainment Group. You know what I'm saying? Those are my celebrity judges, and they're the permanent judges. So I'm happy to work with them too. So, like I say, at the end of every month, Tony, too, you know what I'm saying? I welcome you to, if you can ever check it out,
Yes, sir.
you know, then, and this is actually what I'm referring to. This is the, you know, my little logo to show off your talent. So when you all see that, you know, and basically anybody that feels like out there that has a clean YouTube video, please send that to me. and you'll have an opportunity to walk away with not only $100 cash, but also over $1,000 in prizes for free submission,
Oh, that's
free
dope.
submission.
I love that, brother. That's a dope idea, man. All right.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man, and it's actually going to be free to the end of 2021. So, man, take advantage of it, man. Send me y'all video. That's all y'all got to do, and hopefully
Okay.
soon at the end of this interview, I ought to be able to pick up Mr. Tony Jordan as one of our future sponsors. You know what I'm saying, for this month. You know what I'm saying, and see what what you all like to offer. One of our earners who could possibly win these prizes.
No doubt, no doubt. Sounds good, man. That's what's up. Definitely would love, anything I could do to help push the culture, help any local artists here, and help them get to where they want to be, man. Let's do it. I'm always down to help.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I appreciate that about you, brother, too. And you got my support too. Just let me know what it is I can do to help as well. So,
Yes, sir. I
and,
appreciate that, bro.
yeah, man. I just shared a post though, Tony. A couple of hours before this interview, just basically just reminding people because I feel like people, there's a lot of people out here in this industry who do business, man. They just some some things that got misconstrued along the way. You know what I'm saying? Miscommunication along the way. That got relayed back to them, and they think that they doing shit right, and it's really wrong. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to touch on, man, you know what I mean? Want to remind people, the audience out there, people that see this, man, when you all ask things from people, always make sure you have something in hand. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be equal all the time to what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? But always have something to offer, man. Never come with an empty hand because it makes yourself look greedy. It makes you look like you all about you and you don't even care about that person. You know what I'm saying? So you don't never want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad look. I'm trying to tell y'all. And I see this too often. And that's why I'm addressing it. You know what I'm saying? Is this something that you come across too a lot?
Oh yeah, man. People always it's some people, that's gonna reach out to you, want to tap into your resources, and
Right.
they don't have, like you said, they don't have anything to offer or bring to the table. So, I always tell people, what I did, I invested in myself. That made others want to invest in me.
Right.
Nobody's gonna invest in you if they don't see you investing in yourself and investing in your career and investing in your company. Nobody's gonna want to invest in you or work with you. You don't have anything to bring to the table. So my whole thing is, like I say, I try to, show people the correct way of doing things, and show them that there's a right and a wrong, there's a blueprint, because in this industry you really don't have a lot of, you can't, it ain't one strike, two strike, three strike. Sometimes it's one strike and you out. You did what I'm saying because of how you did something. So
Right.
you know um excuse me, strategically, we playing, chess, not checkers. You dig what I'm saying? So it's about the moves that you make and how you make them. And it's about having people's best interest at heart. And a lot of times people, they worried about themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's one trait that I know that, people know I had a best interest at heart, that I'm gonna go all out for them, just like they're gonna go all out for me. I tell people I'm not gonna work 1,000% and you work 100% because it take way more than that. Now, I tell people that all the time, um, and a lot of times people not ready. And I learned this from, my good friend Ants 13. You know, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I stay ready. I stay ready. Um, that's the thing. I make myself available to people. I have, I have people, I'm accessible, but in order to do so, you have to do the same. You have to bring that same energy. You got to have the same work ethic. And you got to have the same drive and determination. So when I don't see that, I just steer to the left, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know exactly where you're coming from, when you feel that people are basically using you, taking you for, taking you for granted, not appreciating your skill level that you bring to the table. Because I tell people all the time, if you seek me out, evidently I had or have something that you want and that can help you. So if you're not going to listen, or if you're not going to take constructive criticism and apply it, and don't have an open mind, a lot of these people not going to go where they want to be. I just put a post up on my page the other day. Talent can only take you so far. It's the way you treat people and your attitude that's either holding you back or pushing you over the top. Point blank, period, man. And I've watched it in person.
Yeah. Likewise, you know what I'm saying? I can definitely attest to that too. You know what I'm saying? I see people messing up relationships, and they super, super multi-talented, and they don't even get it. They don't even understand where they going wrong, but they always gonna swear that they right at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They not ready to change yet. They not ready to mature. Or they just
Yep.
this might not just be for them. You know what I'm saying? At the end
Yes,
of the day,
sir.
because eventually you got to learn. You only get so many like they say, you get a second chance in the entertainment industry, and that's about it, right?
Hey,
you know,
sometimes, man, I'm telling you, man, it's a
sometimes you
hit
don't
or
get that
miss.
second
It's a hit
chance.
or miss, and then the whole thing about it is these people can blackball you, and
Right,
I've never cared about that because I've been independent all my life. You dig what I'm saying? So I've never been a slave to anything, and I've kept it like that. So like I say, even when I used to be in these boardrooms and I'm dressed like this, got on my jewelry, you
right,
dig what I'm saying? I'm hip hop. I come how I am. So you either accept me for who I am or don't. You dig what I'm saying? So I would weed out the fake from the real immediately. And that's how I always keep it, because I don't even want to have to deal with the fake. You dig what I'm saying? So I've always presented myself as who I am and my abilities. Either you're gonna accept that or you not, because anything else is hating, racism, or any of that other whatever it is. And like I say, I ain't got time for it. So because you can't judge a book by its cover. You never get to know anything by just reading the covers. You have to get into the meat of the book, the inside, and read it. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah.
right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it is, man. But I learned that you know, even with spending a lot of time, I spent 17 years with the famous Chicago Bridge magazine, and I'm grateful for all the time and everything that I learned. But I never intended to stay that long anywhere, because I understood when you stay that long, it's hard to find your own way. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
and it was hard for me to and it was real difficult. I'll be honest, you know what I'm saying? And talking to you and the audience, like, man, it was really difficult for me to walk away from something that I felt so comfortable doing, because this is what I've been doing for 17 years. So it was
Mhm.
like almost impossible for an exit door. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of faith in myself to walk away from something. Like, by walking away from there, I left a lot of stuff on the table in reference to opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That just something that's priceless that I left on the table is to be part of the legendary, iconic, living legend Roy Ayers' entourage. You know what I'm saying? That right
Yeah.
there alone is priceless. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay for that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, brother,
You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? So to not be part of that family like that anymore, that it kind of hurts too at the same time. But I understand that I'm making these moves for the betterment of me, for the betterment of the future of my destiny, and being in the control of my decisions and my ideas. You know what I mean? So I had to do what I had to do, right? So
you got to step out on faith sometime, brother. You know, and believe in yourself. And I understand exactly where you're coming from. You know, and a lot of times, you know, you people be in their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to leave. That's why you was there that long. So, but you was there for a reason. The knowledge you soaked up and learned, you was able to apply that to what you're doing, all the experience that you had, and you know that's what's up. So everything happened for a reason, man. And you know, I've been in that same situation, you know, before, you know, because I felt what me and Jaz-O had built up was something beautiful. Because I treated this dude like my brother. We just wasn't, you know, business partners, or I just didn't manage him, or he just wasn't my artist. So, you know, when we parted ways, you know, it was kind of bitter because, you know, it wasn't something that like we both agreed upon. It just happened. You dig? So, and I never got an explanation and things of that nature for a while. And even when I got the explanation, it was bogus. And I know what it is. Because when right before I kind of and he had told me this before, Jazz had told me this before. He said that Jay-Z was a real particular dude. And he was like, you know, he is the type of dude that if he don't know you, he really don't want you around him and things of that nature. So when we parted ways and when I reunited Jazz back with Jay, we parted ways almost immediately. After that, and it was before the meeting that he had with him in Detroit.
Excuse me, Tony. Excuse me, Tony. You breaking up real bad.
At this Z, they were talking during On the Run while him and Emma came in now.
Right, Hardy, you might need to move around a little bit. You freezing up and chopping up.
What about now, bro? Are you?
No, I'm trying to get you back. You froze. All right, you live. All right, you live now.
Am I breaking up still, bro?
Yeah, no, you good now. Can you repeat a little bit of what you just said? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I was saying, when me and Jazz parted, it was right before him, and I didn't know that we had parted. Let's say that. So, when him and Jay-Z took that picture in Detroit during On the Run tour, when him and Beyonce was on tour, I had spoke to Jazz prior to that meeting. I was supposed to meet him. This picture right here. This was taken in Detroit, and I was the brand ambassador of I Move Different. I kind of put that company on my back. I started wearing all the gear. At first, Jazz wouldn't even wear the gear, but I started wearing the gear. I had EPMD, a couple other different people wearing the gear. Had people from Chicago really bought into it and supported. But during this time that him and Jay met in Detroit, I spoke with Jazz a week prior to the meeting. And he told me he had been emailing Jay. They had been talking back and forth and got back cool. And this is something that me and Emory, one of the reasons why we put them back together, because we wanted them to start communicating again. And they did. So the last time I talked to Jaz-O, he told me, Tone, I think Jay ready to hit me with that bag. And I never heard from him again. Next time I see him, he taking this picture with Jay. So one of the reasons why I was so upset was because of the way he did it, and why. So I don't know if Jazz felt like he owed me something because I put him back with Jay. I helped him get the distribution deal. But I think one of the reasons was because the way that he thought maybe Emory and Jay would, kind of not want to do business with me, but do business with him. And if that was the point, I could have I could have fell to the background. I ain't have to be your manager no more, but I felt like I helped you build this. I kind of resurrected your career. When I basically started managing Jay-Z, Jaz-O, nobody was booking Jazz. Nobody was doing anything with him. I think the last hit song, or let's say relevant song he had, was with he had a song with the Game called what was it called? I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Game album, and him and Jazz did a collab together. And that was during the time he was beefing with Jay. It was a little, Game was beefing with Jay at one point in time and shit. But like I said, I treated this dude like my brother, so I felt like we were closer than just management or artists. But everything happened for a reason. So the next time I saw him was when we were at the Eric B. and Rakim reunion show, and it was here in Chicago, and Jazz was one of the opening acts. So I talked to Matthew, Rakim's manager, that day, and he was like, "Man, you coming to the show?" I say, "I don't know." I say, I need to holler at Eric B about the Sunsplash Music Fest. And I say, I'll send you the information. I say, but I'm working with one of the owners who, owns the brand. And he mentioned Eric B is on the committee. So they would like for me to come and talk to him about it. I say, but, I know Jazz is on the show. He said, yeah, didn't you manage Jazz? I say, yeah, I did for a long time. I say, since 2009, 2010. And I say, we not on good terms now. He said, but, come on through the show because Rakim want to see you. And yeah, I definitely want to get you with Eric. So when I saw Jazz at the show, he tried to, basically explain why he did what he did. It was a lame ass excuse because I've never held you back or didn't want this for you again. I helped put it in place. So I knew what it was, bro. But I ain't tripping, because like I say, everything happened for a reason. During that time, or afterwards, after I reunite him, you got all these people, trying to work with him again and all of this, but y'all wasn't showing them this love before then. So I feel exonerated. I feel, great. I feel good about what I did because I did what God wanted me to do. And I did what I said I was going to do for the man. So when he was on Drink Champs, he actually, said he still won't say my name to this day, that I was the dude that actually, reunited him back with Jay-Z and helped him get the deal, the distribution deal with Roc Nation. But he doesn't have to, because people like you and everybody knew that I'm the one who broke his career again in Chicago. I reintroduced him with the Locks, the show that I did with the Locks. I told him I managed Jazz. They didn't believe me. The next show they did, I had them here. It was all love. Even everybody any and everybody that I did shows with, I had Jazz come, meet them again, because I told him, man, these people still love you. Just show your face. You did what I'm saying. And that's kind of how I rejuvenated his career. The Art of Rap. I booked him for the Art of Rap. And I did that specifically through Mick Benson, who is Ice-T right-hand man, and Ice-T owns the rights to the Art of Rap. So, my business relationships, my personal relationships I had with these artists and their management, they really looked out for me. And, that's another way how like I say, I just had, Jazz come down. I started, having people, bring them to Chicago to work with them. They would pay him, put him in hotels, things of that nature. That's how I was helping that brother. So I was shocked when we kind of divided, because it wasn't a falling out. We didn't have an argument. We ain't never argued. We ain't never fought. We ain't never had a fight, bro. We ain't never had a disagreement. Right. So, I knew it was about, he thought he was getting ready to blow up again. And, that's one reason why, he did what he did. But it's all good because if it wasn't for me, he would not be where he is today. So that's how I look at it, and that's how I see it, because I'm the one who reunited him, and all these other doors wouldn't have opened up for him if I wouldn't have reunited him back with Jay-Z. And Emery, I'm still cool with Emery. And I think, like, I'm surprised that Jay-Z hasn't done any collaborations with him, hasn't had him open up any shows, haven't had him on any events, because that's what I thought was going to happen. But what I think is they knew our relationship and saw how fast that it went down the drain after I reunited him back with him. Because like I told you, it was months from December to the following year in 18. They was meeting again in 18, and I wasn't with him. I think they saw that, and they saw that, dude wasn't loyal. So, and it's something they knew beforehand, because, talking to Jazz, I never got Jay-Z into the story why him and Jay-Z fell out, but I got Jaz-O into the story. And now how he dealt with me, I kind of know why Jay-Z pulled out when he did. So it's all good, man. I ain't tripping. I ain't mad no more. I was, because I helped this dude rejuvenate his career, resurrected his career. I was his booking agent. I was his manager. And I used to do a lot of personal shit for Jazz that I wouldn't do for a lot of other artists. But like I say, this dude was my brother. I respected his career, what he did for hip hop. He's a legend. I never take that away from him. He's a dope MC, dope lyricist. But and what really solidified it for me was Jazz had a bodyguard with him the last time I saw him. I ain't never had a bodyguard. Never. Any artist, I've never had a bodyguard, because the streets, I feel, love me, man, and respect me. And God always got a circle of faith and ring of faith around me. So I've never had to worry, about that. But, this dude had a bodyguard with him, and his bodyguard pulled me to the side in a private room and talked to me. He was like, man, look, tried to basically apologize for this dude. So he knew what he did was wrong. Even people that we know in common still was surprised by it, tried to talk to him about it. He couldn't explain to them now why he did it. Even in interviews, he say he don't have nothing bad to say about me. He say that to this day. So that lets you know I ain't did nothing to Jazz. Jazz made a decision. I think that he thought was going to help further his career. He thought maybe I took him, as further as I could, as far as I could. But I don't believe that was true. I believed people get scared when I basically predicted what I was going to do. I told the man when I very first met him, I'm going to get you back with Jay-Z. And I did that. And I think that scares some people, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a powerful notion.
I've spoken into existence. People don't, I got a great relationship with God, bro. As long as I do right by people, keep it positive. I ain't out trying to rob, steal, kill nobody. I'm remorseful. I'm a very apologetic dude, very humble dude. I try to do the right thing, even when people don't do me the right way. I don't go out and lash out at them. I'll be trying to hurt people. God blesses me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a child of God, man. And people don't understand, when you fuck over me, you fucking over him. Because I exonerate what he gives me and how he makes me feel. I give that to people. I try to make people feel that. So, like I tell you, people think they getting over and all that shit. God see everything, bro. God see everything. And karma is, and karma is what it is, and it'll come back and bite you in your ass. So that's why I just try to treat people the way I really want to be treated, man. I'm not out here trying to be shady. I ain't trying to out here get over on nobody. I'm not trying to beat nobody out of nothing. I really try to help people out the kindness of my heart And we all know people take kindness for weakness. You dig what I'm saying? But we really the stronger ones that keep reaching out regardless how people do us and whatever trials and tribulations we go through. We keep God in everything, and we always come out on top.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Shout out to the Most High, God.
No doubt.
All day, all day. And this is why this particular interview is powerful because it actually ends with me asking him about his relationship with Jay-Z.
I remember that.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir. I
saying? Like,
remember that.
you know, he actually spoke about his relationship with Jay-Z, and all of this is prior to you reuniting him with Jay-Z, both you and Emory Jones.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to Emory Jones, man. He's down to earth dude, real cool. Reminded me a lot of myself, very loyal, trustworthy, honest dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
big shout out to Emory for, allowing me, into his life and accepting Jazz back. And, like I said, wasn't no beef, just cats moving in different times, different eras. And it was other people. Dame Dash had a part in that. I think he was trying to get Jazz away from Jay-Z because he wanted Jay-Z to carve out his own name. Everybody knows that Jay-Z got his name from Jaz-O, the triplet style, but Jazz said that Jay was talented when he met him, and he was kind of doing that as well, that type of style, and Jazz just perfected it for him. So, you know, um, Jazz is, that's Jay's little brother, basically. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like one time, me and Jazz got into a conversation. And it was this probably the only time we ever maybe got into an argument, but it was all positive and love. That Jazz said that Jay-Z was better than Nas. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, hell no. Nah. I'm like, I'll go with Nas all day, but that's his protege. What are you gonna say? It's like saying that Nas better than him. So he really loved that dude, and he really relishes in the time they spent together and what could have been. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I'm grateful. I was honored, to meet him, to have worked with him as long as I did. Learned a lot from Jazz, and it is what it is, man. I wished the brother nothing but much success, even if he wished me the opposite. You dig? But I'm gonna tell the truth. It is what it is. What happened, and like I say, it's all good. I was glad that I was able to keep my word, do what I said I was gonna do, and reunite him back with Jay-Z. So.
word. I think this would be a perfect time to ask, who's your top five, dead or alive?
Oh man, that's hard, bro. Because I love hip hop, man. It's a lot of
I know,
cats.
I know. And you
It's
know
a
a lot of people
lot of
personally
cats.
too. You know a lot of
Yeah,
people personally too.
yeah,
So I mean,
man. Yeah, man. So, top five, favorite MCs. Um,
dead or alive.
yeah, I would definitely, man, Jada Kiss is one of my all time favorites. Um, definitely KRS-One. Um, man, I'm old school, man. So like the
Right.
Rakim,
Yeah.
shit,
Three.
ah, man, I would hmm,
No particular
let
order.
me
No particular
see,
order.
man. Huh?
I say no particular order.
Yeah, let
Okay.
me think, man. So I said Nas, right?
Nah, you didn't say nine.
Nas, gotta
Okay.
put Nas on that list, and
One more.
that's one more. Man, I would definitely put Man, I gotta put Chuck D on that list, man, because
Okay,
he was
okay. Chuck
very
D,
influential.
Public Enemy.
Yeah, he was very influential to hip hop culture and the black culture.
Yeah,
You know, just Chuck D is like my big bro. I can call him anytime. Um, them five I grew up on, man.
right.
And even though Nas came late, I know Rakim, Chuck D, KRS One. They like some of the forefathers. You did what I'm saying. Even when I got to meet Run DMC twice when I was a bouncer at the club in Detroit. So and I met a lot of celebrities that came through. But yeah, man, them five and um, just to add a honorable mention, I got to put
Yeah,
my brother Garrett Jordan, Young God, on that list because he's one of my favorites because I raised him. You dig what I'm saying? And he a beast.
right.
But
Yeah,
so yeah, man, them those and really it could be a top 100, man, because I love Wu Tang. I love
yeah,
a lot of dudes, man. Individually. So man,
yeah.
it's hard,
I
but I would
I
have
already
to
know.
basically go with those with them legends. You know what I'm saying? They were very influential on my love for hip hop.
Absolutely, man. And everyone's five is always going to be different. It's similar, but it's always going to be different because it's based on the influence of who impacted your life when you were growing up and when you were doing what you was doing and could relate to those moments in your life that you experienced. So I found that
Right.
that's why, my particular five is always going to be controversial toward the next person too.
Yes,
And that's
sir.
why it's easy for me to ask this question because I already got my top five that I stick with all day. It don't change. I got my
Right.
top. It don't change. You know what I'm saying?
So who's your top five?
Hey man, my top five is the best top five all time, man. And this is my top five. We both agree Rakim, no particular order. So I got Rakim Allah, I got Scarface, I got I got Nas also. I'm a huge Nas fan. I love Nas. You know what I'm saying? Big Nas fan. Um, I have who is that? Hold on. I'm not about to tweet. I got Nas. I got Rakim. I got Scarface, and I got shoot. Wait, who is that? Damn. Hold on. It's hard. It's different when it's live, though, right, Tony? It's different when it's live. Hold on.
No doubt.
Now, Twister's another one of them. Oh, I'm tweaking, man. Tupac. That's why I couldn't think of him because he ain't been mentioned. Tupac Shakur
Yeah,
is my top
I
five.
wanted to put Pac on that list, but I didn't get into Tupac until like
Right,
um
he was older.
yeah, when I was a little older, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely on the top 10 list. You did, yeah, he's definitely in my top 10 list. Yeah, he makes the top 10. So do Scarface, Big Daddy Kane. You did, yeah, so yeah, man.
And people don't usually put Twister. I don't hear Twister enough in people's top five, and I want that to change. And this is how I'm going to change people's minds real quick. And you know what I mean? Whether people like him or not, you know what I'm saying? We already know he's the best fast rapper of all time. Would you agree?
Right.
I mean, he's considered like the best. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would say Jaz-O is next. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Under Twister.
Right.
But I would say Twista is the best fast rapper of all time with his cadence, the way he can pronunciate his words, you know what I'm saying, and Busta's
Yes,
cold
sir.
too,
I agree.
Busy Bone, all them. But man, the reason why he's in my top five is because not only is he already the best at something that nobody else can touch, but now if he slows it down, you can't tell that he's not one of the best when it comes to slow rap.
Right.
So that's my reason why he deserves to be top 5 all time. Because if you the best at something that nobody else can, you know what I'm saying, exceed in your category, and then you can do what they can do just as good as them, then you the best. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be top.
Right.
You gotta be the top. You know what I'm
I
saying? The
feel
top.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's why
feel
I say
you.
that. You know,
Okay.
I think the rest is self-explanatory. Scarface, Nas, Rakim, and Tupac.
Yes, sir. I agree, brother. I agree. That's what's up. So yeah, man. I like that. You know, and like you say, everybody has a different opinion on, who they
Right.
like or what they like. It ain't nothing wrong with that. That's all good, bro. That's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I love it and appreciate your participation. You know what I'm saying? You could have backed out, but like because you know so many of them personally, you don't want to participate. You know what I'm saying? Hurt nobody's feelings, but you a real dude like that, and they know it's all love. They
Yeah,
know what it is.
a
You know what
lot of the dudes I honor and fuck with, they old school anyway. So they got the same people on their damn list. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying?
So yeah, so yeah, it's all good, man. But that's what I grew up on. Those the cats I grew up on, and kind of influenced me. I was in groups. I had a group called RTC, Rock the City here in Chicago. Then in Chicago, when I moved to Detroit, I started my own group. Me and one of my guys. So yeah, man. You know, it's the love of hip hop and the culture. Because rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live.
Yeah,
So in saying that, you can't be wrong. Nobody can be wrong because everybody have their favorites, and everybody has engulfed what's influenced them, and kind of that's what basically birthed them to do what they doing now.
exactly. I like that. I like how you put that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it's
saying?
real.
That's real talk. Real talk. Excuse me. Yeah, so man, we going on 2.5 hours, man. It don't feel like it because I'm chopping up one of my brothers, though. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this, Big Tony. This pandemic's been really tough on a lot of us, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people have lost members of the family, close friends, and my condolences up front. You know what I'm saying? If there's anybody that you did indeed, you know what I'm saying, lose, during this awful pandemic. But my question to you is, how have you been able to just pretty much stay focused and continue to stay on your grind despite all the changes within society, within politics, within everything that's going on? You know what I'm saying? Everything changed. Like,
Yeah, it was hard. Well, it was at first it was, but it gave me time to focus on the movies, the content that I had, other ventures. I had already been, you know, hammering and telling my artists, get everything online, everything you're doing physically, get it online because you never know when this shit is gonna stop, and it stopped. So
right,
I kind of just reinvented myself, man. Everything was online, so we were doing live shows, doing live interviews like this. Um, we were doing virtual live shows as a company I work with. We were doing virtual live shows with um, everything, all the sponsors, everything. I just went live with it. Um, and basically, was booking live shows, and everything just went live. And like I said, it gave me an opportunity to focus more on the movies, the content, TV shows I had, and I just reapplied myself there. Um, and that's kind of how I start getting these movies submitted to different networks and different excuse me, different um, studios, Paramount, New Line Cinema, Lionsgate. Excuse me. That's how I
yeah,
kind of reinvented myself, and just was doing everything online, man, and waiting for stuff to open back up. And I thought, you know, if you get online and you get yourself going and, you know, and you successful in doing that, it can't do nothing but enhance when everything opened back up. And that's what it did. So I'm grateful to be back outside. And, you know, I lost like 20 people in the last 2 years, one being my oldest brother. You know, lost him a week, was it a couple weeks before my birthday? You know what I'm saying? So in 2000 last year. So it was hard on me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just with him a week before at a friend of ours' mother's funeral, and then he died me the following week, that Friday. I was with him with a Friday, he died the following Friday. So it was hard, man. It devastated me. Because I learned a lot from him and my other oldest brother, Chris, who died of diabetes maybe like maybe prior to that, maybe like 5, maybe almost 8 years ago. So I wasn't really over that, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just kind of just focused on getting this content out, getting some of the artists' music in movies, getting licensing deals, you know, getting everything out to the different networks and submitting, you know, movies, doing movie deals, doing executive. I was becoming executive producer on some of this stuff, and you know, just was learning a new craft, you know, in the movie game. And I had already been shopping movies before then, but it was different because you know you couldn't move around and stuff. So I just focused everything online, and I was already on, you know, like I was, you know, telling my artists, get your website up, make sure your Instagram, your Facebook, you know, start becoming more interactive with your fans that way. So just in case this shit do stop, you know, your money won't stop. So yeah, man, you know, we were doing shows and have people send money to Cash App, Zelle, you know, things of that nature, and was just trying to help artists reinvent themselves and put everything online, basically.
Yeah, man, that's a good deed that you were doing. That's a community service right there, because you helped them to stay on their toes and ahead of the game. Because like you did, like you mentioned, you know, things did eventually open up. It seemed like it was never going to open up again. You know, things it seemed like the damn quarantine was awful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you say, you just have to adjust. It was just a huge change that just hit overnight. It seemed like, so we just had to adjust. And once everybody adjusted, with the exception of all the terrible losses to those who got sick and people that we loved, with that exception, it definitely gave us all a chance to look in the mirror and to see who we want, who we were, and to make the changes if we choose to in the areas that we need to. You know what I'm saying?
True
So,
that.
you know what I mean? That's what it do for me. I felt like. And I developed this show right here, you know what I'm saying, October the 20th, 2020. And I'm glad to say, you know, I'm approaching 1 year anniversary. And when I hit my anniversary,
Congratulations.
appreciate you, man. It feel good, man, because you know, I
Yeah.
took a negative, I took that negative energy and you know what I mean, from and
Mm-hmm.
pain from people that I lost, and I turned it to something positive, and it took off, man. So I'm very grateful, you know.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Congratulations on the 1 year anniversary coming up.
Yeah, thank you. And you're actually, if I'm not mistaken, was nice. Yeah, this is the 97th episode right here.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yep. Okay.
I appreciate being a part of it.
Yeah, man. I'm grateful to have you part of my top 100. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
First 100, man. That's special. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts. You know, with one,
Yes,
you know,
sir. You got to
10,
start somewhere. That's right.
100. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man. But Tony, man, I really appreciate all the time you invested. You know what I mean? I kind of got my voice as the interview went on. I was
Right. You got better.
I was sounding
It
like
got
a chipmunk. I was sounding like a chipmunk when it started, and then finally my voice started to come out a little more. But man, I was sorry I had to pause you a couple of times. I kept, you know, going off screen because I had to keep sneezing and whatnot.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, but man, I'm just grateful. Like I said, we finally was able to catch up. You know what I mean? The last time we did an interview, it was Be Sad, the originator Jaz-O, and it was both of you all's interview. But to be able to just dig deep into your past and how you built this huge legacy that you have in this empire, you know what I'm saying, man, it's a pleasure to just listen to the backstory. And I appreciate you, just being so open and keeping it black and white and keeping it 100 like all the time, and just telling us, man, and just not only myself, but the whole world out here, who's eventually gonna hear this. So, man,
I appreciate the opportunity, man, because like I tell people, even like during the pandemic, I acquired so much. I own a I'm part owner of a radio station called Blazing FM 95.1. I'm part of a black comic book company. I'm co-founder of a black comic book company, Culture Comics. I've been able to. I have a global marketing company that I'm co-owner of and CEO of, 1954 Global Marketing Company. Representing film directors, filmmakers, actors, actresses. I've gained a lot, so I really can't complain, man. God is good. Like I tell people, even in trying times and things look bad, God will bless you. You just have to keep doing the right thing. So, I've like I said, even after the Jaz-O split, a lot of people looked at me in a different light, and I gained a lot of respect from a lot of people. Honored what I did, honored that I wasn't out bashing the man, talking bad about him, and things of that nature. I ain't got to make you look bad. You make yourself look bad from the actions and your moves. So, people saw that, and people saw, what I did for him and took that in consideration, and, looked at me, and, they honor me. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go. So that's a blessing. Like I say, even working with you all these years, the first show we did was the Roy Ayers show, and, I just been growing from there. And I can't say I took many L's, man. I have to say, that I've been winning, a lot. So, I just try to pass on the knowledge, the wisdom. I try to help any and everybody as long as they're serious about what they're trying to do in their craft. And, as many titles that I hold, from CEO, senior vice president, co-owner, brand ambassador, management, marketing, promotions, agent, consultant, A&R. I'm humbled and honored, because I didn't know things would take off like this, or I never saw all of these titles, me being a part of all these companies, sitting on the board of 12 other companies, taking over my guy Darren Miller, who passed a couple years ago. Now it might just be a year. It's missed the shit out of my dude Darren, but he brought me into the neo soul game with his company's Backspin Music, New Soul Collective. Since he passed, I've taken those over. So, and I was already a part of him when he was alive. He had made me vice president, and he had made me vice president of both, president of one right before he died. So, just being a part of all of that. Like back in the day when I was living in Henry Horner Projects, and my father would come get me and take me to Cullerton. He would take me to my grandmother's house, drop me off, and he would leave, and I would leave and go down the street to kick it with my brother and them. And these dudes would have me up from Friday afternoon to Sunday morning, dragging me to the Music Box when it was underground on Wacker,
Right.
dragging me to all type of different clubs, because my brothers was best friend with Gene Hunt, one of the biggest house DJs here in Chicago and all over the world. So I used to be carrying gene crates into to these clubs, and I wasn't even old enough to get in. I wasn't even 18, my dude. I was like 15, and at one point in time, maybe 14. So, I was able to hang out with them, learned a lot, met a lot of different people. I knew Farley and all of these dudes at a very young age, and they knew my brother because my brother Chris used him and Gene, God brothers and God father to each other's kids. Gene, stayed on Cullerton down the street from my brother and them. So Gene was like my big brother to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I just been blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? To come full circle, to move, come back to Chicago and do this. And I've only been doing this since '99. So a lot of cats be looking at me like, who is this dude? Where he come from? How he know all these people, and how did he get on so fast? Chicago has always been home to me, and always, even when I moved to Detroit, it was home away from home for me. So to come back to Chicago and be able to do what I do, jump right back on the scene like nothing happened. It was a blessing, but it's what it's meant to be. So I just embraced it and been thankful and humbled for the ride, man. Real talk.
Hey, well said, brother. Well said. And I'm just appreciative to be part of your testimony, man. You know what I'm saying, and your history of and the changes that has happened to you within the last, what I'm saying, 6 years. You know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, that's powerful because and you a part of mine as well because a lot has changed for me. Like you say, I was at the time I was only just working with the Chicago Bridge magazine, and holding the job down all the time. But
Right.
but now I'm doing, I'm happy to say I'm doing about 4 or 5 different things, you know what I'm saying? And it's all working out. So I'm grateful, man. And but yeah.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I invited you out when I had when I was doing the events for the NBA All-Star Weekend with all the fathers of the NBA players and all the ex-Chicago Bull legends. We had my dude Gary Reeves, them, and my dude Sean Granberry from Hip Hop TV. He came down. Ed Lover, who owns part of that company. He came through. My guy Gary Reeves from the NBC show Give at the time. It was on NBC. Now it's on the Oprah Network. So it was just good to share that, with people like you that I've been moving with for years. I always try to put people on, share my knowledge, share what, opportunities that I have, because that's how God blessed me. You're not gonna get nowhere trying to keep everything to yourself, being greedy. You gotta pass on. You gotta show the love. You gotta pass it on. So that's what I was blessed to do, and that's what I try to do now, man. I just try to I just try to be a blessing to somebody, a helping hand. I try to be a leader. I try to lead by example, and I just try to, hold people down, man. And I just try to help people from the kindness of my heart. And I know that's what God wants me to do. And that's why he blesses me with any and everything that I can think of and then some, because a lot of this stuff, I didn't think I would be owning a radio station, comic book company, a marketing company,
Awesome.
a booking agency with Marcel Wycliffe and his cousin Marcel. So it's just been a blessing, man. And I just try to stay humble, stay hungry, and I just try to push myself to be a better person each day. No, I make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and I just try to learn from them, and just try to be a hundred, man. Keep it real, and just stay grounded and stay level. Don't get too high, don't get too low.
Yes, sir. In that order, man. In that order.
And shout out to Marcel also. You know what I mean? I know I met him a few times, you know, through the magazine when I was working for Chicago Bridge magazine. And I know that he recently was sick, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
glad he
God
got
bless.
better.
Yeah, man. Thank you, God, for bringing that brother back. Because I was talking to him the week before he got sick. You know,
Mm,
because we always calling each other, you know, booking stuff together and doing shows together. So when I saw the picture on Facebook, my photographer Sean Neely, big shout out to Sean. A lot of the pictures that you see, Sean took for me. He's always by my side. He always held me down. So big out to Sean Neely, my right hand man photographer. He like, man, you seen Marcel on Facebook, the picture of him? I'm like, no, what you talking about? I'm like, you
mm,
sure it's him? He was laid up in the hospital. He took the vaccine. I can't remember which one. He took that vaccine and it gave him a heart attack
mm,
right after, bro, immediately after. So it was hard
terrible.
to see him like that because that's my brother. You know, we done did a lot of great things together, shows, events, made a lot of money together, man. So I'm just glad the brother, you know, was able to make it back 100%. I was with him for the Kindred Family Soul show out at
Right.
Tavern on the Grange. So it was a beautiful thing to see him and kick it with him. That was the first time he really had been out since everything had happened. So,
Right.
shout out to Marcel John, shout out to Wyclef John, and shout out to the whole John family. And I was, I was really, and man, just excited to see him, you know, make it back full circle because it didn't look good, man. You know, the first time
Yeah.
I saw him laid up in that hospital, unconscious, them tubes in him. Man, it was bad. So, thank you, God, thank you, Jesus, on that.
Yeah. Amen. He poured through. You know, he a good dude.
Real
But,
talk.
but yeah, man, you know, you good peoples too. And I just want to wish you, you know what I'm saying, the best toward all your continued future endeavors, all your present endeavors. I want to wish safety over your life, all of your family and all your loved ones, everyone close to you, everyone that love you and care about you too. You know what I'm saying? Life as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to just man, you already know you got my support all day at IsaiditTV.com. That's not a secret. But man, you know, again, man, Tony, I really appreciate you taking the time, you know, taking 3 hours out of your busy schedule, you know what I'm saying, to come to my show, man, you know what I'm saying, which is up and, you know what I'm saying, coming to the world soon. So, you know what I'm saying, get ready. And I look forward to replaying this interview when my platform, you know what I'm saying, gets bigger in December. So, you know what I mean? It's gonna get some things is changing. You know what I mean? I've been working hard to network with everyone else, you know, that my spirit draws me to. And man, you know, things been working out. And then I just look forward to continuing to network with you, Mr. Jordan.
Well, I appreciate you, brother, thinking about me and giving me this platform, to speak and to share my story and endeavors and trials and tribulations. And hopefully, I've been an inspiration, to someone that's trying to reach their goals, dreams, and aspirations. And never give up, stop, never stop grinding, keep God, family first, and the business of, it'll come. So I appreciate you, brother. I'm glad I can help you in any way. Much blessings to you, your family, and everybody that you covet. And man, anytime you need me, I'm here, brother. Let's get it.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Much love to you. Much respect. And what's the best way to contact you and for people to support you and your brands?
Well, man, always, you can always, IG is the Decago Inc., DECAGOINC, Facebook, Tony Jordan, Twitter, Decago Inc. We got a website, Culturazine Music Group.com, Blazing Radio FM.com. I'm everywhere, man. You can always, like I say, Google me. Some will pop up. You'll always be able to, catch up with me. Anybody that's looking for consultant, looking for an agent, I do it all. Let me know. We could definitely get together. I can set up some consulting sessions and point you in the right direction, and get you to where you need to be.
Yeah, early. I heard
Real
that. I
talk.
heard that. Yeah, man, and man, just you know what I mean. Like I say, just continue to just be great out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just stay the same, keep giving these people opportunities, you know what I'm saying, and and just help um research, what I'm saying, some of these legends' careers, and what I'm saying, just helping them, take it to another level, you know what I'm saying? And you've been done very good at that and everything. So just keep up all the great work, and you obviously in this position for a reason. Like I say, it's no accidents by, you don't become a chairman and president of all these powerful companies and CEO and continue to have this long success by accident. You know what I mean? You were meant for this, you know what I'm saying? This is your purpose. So, you know what I mean? Just continue to be purposeful. You know what I mean? And be safe out there, big bro. And you already
Thank you,
know if
brother.
you
I
need something.
appreciate it. You as well.
Yes, sir. Much love. Salute to you. And enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you. You too, man. Yeah, I'm headed to the Sub T to check out a couple performances. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I'm gonna end the night, brother. Thank you, and I appreciate you, man.
Word, word. Much love. Be safe out there. Keep in touch.
Yes, sir. Peace out.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right. And thank you again for everyone that was able to join us live today. You know what I mean? I had a good friend of mine, also CEO, chairman, president, man, of many multiple arranges of multiple companies, man, powerful, successful companies that's worldwide. So, we're glad to have Mr. Tony Jordan, you know what I mean, was live with us today on the show, a couple of logos and companies that he's affiliated with. Like that logo. I really do. Yeah, man, he just had, some incredible pictures, man, with, some of these is, some of our favorite artists right here when it comes to especially rap. And big ups to him, and again, for being part of, what I'm saying, one of the two people behind reunited the originator Jaz-O with the legendary Jay-Z. That's awesome. But yeah, yeah. Appreciate, what I'm saying, the brother Tony. But y'all know what time it is. This is the point of the show where I show love to my sponsors and all my media partners. So first person I want to show love to today is I want to give a shout out to my new media partner, and that is the legendary Cynthia Traveling Queen, and she's actually a famous travel agent. Both her and her husband been traveling the world and documenting this since 1993. That is incredible. You know what I'm saying? A black couple at that, to be able to travel the world, you know what I mean, and to document all these places. So while in the midst of her traveling the world, she became famous. You know what I mean? Because she was being continued to be seen everywhere. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Miss Cynthia, Traveling Queen. I appreciate her and all her support. And, I look really forward to, just being able to, network with her and her company. Blessings, blessings. Shout out to my another one of my media partners, and she just actually has a movie that just recently came out. Y'all want to definitely go to the XOD network. You can download that app, XOD, um, on any of your mobile devices. So, man, make sure y'all check out this this new movie, The Eyes of a Woman and Man. And this is a life and entertainment production by Gina Hills. It was written by, so, produced. Man, congratulations to her. And, but, it's always good, when something that you created drops. So, man, make sure y'all support my friend Gina Hills with her new movie. And this is actually Gina right here. Well, that's not her, but that's her logo. It's the information. That's a model that's on there. But yeah, she does interviews, promotions, advertising, marketing, recognition. There's a wide range of resources that her company provides. So you can check out Gina Hills with a Z.com or lifeandentertainment.com all day. Appreciate you, Queen. And I'll take a moment real quick and shout out my friend Nicole Brown, who is actually a great author, and this is one of her books. I want to say this is like book 12, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? But yeah, she has another great book. It's called "Are You Still in Love with Who?" So that looks very, very exciting and dramatic. So man, y'all want to pick up that book? You know what I'm saying? I know it's on Amazon. Anywhere you can find books at. Make sure y'all just look up Nicole S. Brown. Appreciate you, Queen. Much love. Yeah, shout out to another media partner, which would be UrbanGrindTV.com. They also do music, videos, and interviews. So, you all need any of their services and like to network with them, just hit them up. Go to their website, UrbanGrindTV.com. Appreciate y'all. Peace to Wally. Shout out to Mobbed Up Inc., who they are very close affiliates with. And also shout out to the first sponsor of the day. That would be Lanisi Alex Spa. So shout out to Latrice, who's the owner and founder of this beautiful company. She has a great spa that's located in Plainfield, Illinois. And if you want to reach her, just contact LanisiAlexSpa.com. And she does a whole lot, you know what I mean? She offers a lot of non-surgical services for both men and women. Also, PC Queen. Also, shout out to StreetScienceRadio.com. This is my brother Phil Cantone, who's also a famous host. And man, he also offers a whole lot of great services along with an array of just different things for artists that's, what I mean, is growing and just, what they call the term struggling artists, where you can be compensated for your music and you don't even have to perform over there at StreetScienceRadio.com to get that check. So man, you can inbox me and hit me up if you like more information or just contact him directly, StreetScienceRadio.com. Also, I want to shout out She Bananas. Yeah, yeah. She's actually the famous um radio host at the afternoon kickback at My Radio Chicago. And that airs 1 to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Like I say, hosted by She Bananas. And yeah, she's has a lot of personality. You really need to check her out. She's a good friend of mine and she's just super loyal. I love her. I love everyone. Let me specify that. I love everybody. I love all of my sponsors, all my media partners, everyone. You know what I mean? It's just been a great experience. But you know what I mean? You can't help but to smile when you're around She Bananas. Peace, Queen. Also, shout out to Just Me Magazine. And that is the founder, Elise Boswell, right out of Chicago. And she's been giving people great opportunities for many years now. She just recently celebrated now her 11th year in business, if I'm not mistaken. I was at her anniversary party, So that was really nice. And man, got to meet some more, just movers and shakers in Chicago. Also ran into photographer and rapper, lyrical assassin Jeff Baylock up there, and Ebony the Ebonizer, who's a fabulous singer. So shout out to them too. But man, make sure y'all visit justmemagazine.com. Peace, Queen. Also, I can't forget about my brand ambassador, and that would be LJ Wicks, the pioneer. Yes, I said pioneer. When you say pioneer, that means that they contributed in a way that helped birth something. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what she did. What I mean? She birthed a style that, was later heard by a lot of other female MCs and MCs in general. What I mean? I really would challenge you all and love for you all to go and look up LJ Wicks and you'll see what I'm talking about. What I mean? She's been rapping since 1982 and you can follow her on Instagram actually. So make sure y'all do that at LJ Wicks. That's ELJAYWIX. Peace, Queen. Appreciate you. And she's actually over there in the Neverlands. Yeah. So, man, I'm just grateful for everybody. Again, make sure you all send in your videos to show off your talent at yahoo.com. If you have a clean YouTube video, then you have the opportunity, possibility, the great chance of winning and taking home $100 to your Cash App and over $1,000 in cash prizes. Yes, and that's on behalf of all my sponsors that every month, we are able at Isaidit Management to bring together. Also, if you all didn't know, now you know. I'm starting a magazine. I'm not telling you the name of it yet. Everyone will know 11/11. That is November the 11th, 2021. I will be launching a new publication. It's a long time coming, well thought out. I have an amazing staff already. What I mean? Just to tell you, just give you a little heads up about the publication where you will be able to receive your 6 months of advertising for only $75. Then, man, the magazine is going to have some. I'm not going to tell you right now. No, I'm not going to tell you right now. You have to wait. You know what I'm saying? You have to see. Matter of fact, I might just go live and just do a separate video just for that. But yeah, make sure y'all take advantage of this. This is not going to last long. It actually expires November the 1st. That means, again, if you are able to, what I'm saying, see this poster right now, what it reads is 75 equals 6 months of advertising. That means for only $75, you will be able to receive 6 months of advertising. That's actually three different issues. That means three different covers to represent and help promote your company. You can't beat that. So y'all definitely want to act like ASAP right now. You know what I mean? And email me at isaidit.mc@gmail.com. That's isaidit.mc@gmail.com. And become a sponsor and sponsor your own full page for only $75 for real. Shout out to Hands of Love, who's will be coming to my platform soon. So y'all stay on the lookout. So shout out to Phyllis. Peace, Queen. And also, I somehow did not show this during the show, but actually, Tony has a huge show coming up soon, be featuring, the legendary Rakim and DJ Jazzy Jeff. So that's gonna be super crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be coming up soon. So just stay tuned. Again, shout out to Tony Jordan, Anthony Jordan, and man, you know what I mean, much love, much respect. Peace, King. Appreciate you being on the show. And man, don't go far because actually I'm gonna be live again this Thursday night with a huge legend. And actually, she's a Chicago legend too, Chicago pioneer when it comes to this hip hop. And man, you know, I can't wait to y'all see who it is. So, you know, I probably gave away too much information already, but you know what I mean? Just know coming soon this Thursday night. All right. But much love to everyone. Much love to everyone that participate with the backdrop. I appreciate that. You know, much love to everyone on there. You know, make sure you all follow all of their brands. Look them up. Everyone on there is a powerful brand. And remember, if anybody asks, I said it. All right, I'm gone. This was my longest interview on this show. He just set a record. All right. That's what we do over here. We trying to set records. We making history and we not stopping. We don't get tired. Become a sponsor today, by the way. All right. Blessings.